Alright, hello everybody and welcome to Zelda Speedruns. Today we have the Ocarina of Time NA Weekly for Season 5 settings. Today I'm joined on comms by Felix and Emo Soda. How are you two doing?
Doing pretty good tonight. I think Emo is absent at the moment, so I guess I'll take over for this one. We've got a ZL start. Hash doesn't seem to indicate anything so far, but ZL start can lead to a lot of interesting routes right away. At least we've got a medallion start, so very nice. Runners possibly only need to beat 5 dungeons this seed. Guess we'll see how that goes.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Hey, Emo.
Yeah, we got some good runners on today. Rock Chalk, Mr. Martin, Earl Weird, and J-Bone. Pretty familiar with all of them. What about you, Felix?
Yeah, familiar with Rock Chalk from... something... Oh, I'm hearing Mr. Martin's mic. Sorry. Yeah, familiar with Rock Chalk from playing the multi-world tournament that we unfortunately lost at Grand Finals to. Familiar with J-Bone from just from a lot of Discords, and Mr. Martin and Earl Weird I've got a little less experience with, but still very good runners.
Spirit Medallion start with ZL start?
Yeah,
Okay.
ZL start is the biggest meme.
Yeah, I mean, it's
a very good start. Yeah.
Unlocks checks, so can you really be mad at it? Not really, but it's not really exciting either. Maybe for logical implications.
Yeah, logical implications of a ZL start generally more interesting. You can already get the graveyard song, maybe go to Ice Cavern right away if you get a bottle. Don't know. I've seen everything these days. But so it looks like we're spawning as child, so ZL's a little less useful as child, but as soon as they go adult, they'll be able to get that extra song without deviating too much from their path. How many path hints are in Season 5? We have 5 path hints. And you can have more than... Unlike Way of the Heroes, you can have more than 2 path hints pointing to dungeons. So I guess we'll see how that plays. And it looks like the race is starting in 30 seconds. Looking forward to see how these 4 very good runners perform on Restream tonight.
It should be pretty exciting.
Season 4 had 4 Way of the Heroes. Season 4 had changed a lot of things, yeah. And we're off. Let's see the spawn. Temple of Time.
Alright, pretty funny. Temple of Time, Morpha, Deku Tree, Rova, Valley Foolish. Might have to write them down.
Temple of Time, Deku Tree, Frox 2. The Deku is on path to Twin Rova, I saw, I think. And Temple of Time on path to Morpha. Alright. But yeah, we do say we do have to say rest in peace to the early Valley play today. Immediate foolish hint. Makes the play after Ranch a lot easier to decide though.
Yeah, I think it's just an autopilot to Ranch. I don't know why.
I mean after Ranch.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Be interesting to see where they go. I mean,
yeah,
a couple different options.
Can go to Lake, pick up Scarecrow early if you want. Get those 2 checked out of the way. Or you can just go to... I think Deku Tree's closed in these settings, right?
Yeah, these are the S5 settings, I believe, that have now been finalized, so you can check that out. Again, in the Randomizer Discord, under, I think, Racing Announcements, it was announced there. There's a preset online, so anyone can pick it up and start playing. Getting ready for the new season should be pretty cool. As we see the players mostly doing town right now for Purple Rupee.
Nice. This is settings I should definitely know because I helped work on them.
Yeah. A little biased, a little biased.
A little biased.
I feel like you should know then.
It would be nice. I guess the one thing we usually don't see in standard weeklies is chest size matches contents. We'll be seeing some small chests, some big chests where there usually aren't. So interesting to see what our runner what decisions the runners may make about those.
Yeah, with closed deck, it would definitely... Valley's a very strong play with Lake. You get a lot of information early on, and with these hints being goal hints, a path of whatever boss name that an item can lead to, it's needed logically for it. Whatever that means depends on what the hint is and what it could possibly be that to unlock the checks. So, for example, if you had like Field instead of being Fieldway the hero, now you have Field is on the path to, I don't know, King Dodongo, let's say. Well, that would probably say Bomb Bag, if you ever get that hint. Usually. Could be a strength, but if it like unlocks a Bomb Bag or something like that. But it's just a really nice way to kind of wrap it up for the players as racers. They just play really cleanly, I think. And they originally, I think, they were made for random settings because the goals constantly shift there. So a little bit more utility there.
Yeah, there could be more
where
utility.
like trial items are, for example, if trials are on. So
you see a path to like Ganon's Boss Key or a path to Rainbow Bridge, I think.
Yeah, you could do Path of Tower, which is something for unlocking a trial, I believe.
Okay.
There's also Path of Key that leads to Ganon's Boss Key, or it usually leads directly to it, but sometimes you could get a little bit more complicated. But you also have like Path of Skulls. There's like a Skull win con on either Boss Key or Bridge, so the two main win cons in RSL. But in a standard here, for weekly settings, S5 settings, whatever you want to call these, the goals don't change, so they always stay at 6 medallions for Bridge, which is super nice, because it leads to a little bit more consistency with the hint strength. So, and I think it's a pretty good level here. It's interesting enough to be like the kind of like flagship setting almost in a way for S5. I think it's that big. The same way that Free ZL was the big thing in Season 3. I think going forward, you'll be seeing a lot of goal hints, I would imagine, instead of going back to Wave the Hero. But it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, too.
I really like how goal hints play in general.
Yeah.
So you've got, probably 3 players already going adult? And we've got Earlweald heading to Kokiri Forest, looking for that Midos, looking for that song. Etsaria could be very useful for going adult, that one.
Yeah, not surprised at all to see Martin and J-Bone going adult. They're huge advocates for early adult.
Okay.
In general, so if I were racing against them, I would assume they'd do early adult. So once I get to CAC, after I do Child Start, I know roughly where I am against them if I can guess the right plays there. So it's kind of information that you can get to your advantage that way just by knowing what somebody else does in a race.
And in the meantime, Earlweald finds a bomb bag in Mido's house. Yeah,
that's not exciting. That's not exciting.
No, but it would have been useful for our players going immediately adult there. Especially if they don't get Minuet.
I don't know. I think you probably go there. But I could also just say going straight back Child. So it could end up being a lot of time loss. Something like in the neighborhood of 5 to 8 minutes on average. An extra age change.
Yeah, it's an extra age change essentially, but with DC Stone, you could have the argument to skip it, I guess.
Ooh, but a child item on adult segment here. So Martin gets the slingshot from Man on Roof, CAC.
Yep. with another slingshot hinted in Wasteland, that's not gonna like. A slingshot may potentially be useful.
No one's rushing to Wasteland today. It could be a nice refill though later on.
That does mean Earl will be missing out on Target in the Woods. But our adult players will be missing out on the Reeded Grotto and CAC. There was nothing in Sword Chest, I think. See, what song in the windmill? Ooh, early opponent's song.
That's not the sound I make with early opponent.
I mean, it's generally. I find early opponents generally interesting because it essentially just gives you a okay, when do I go GTG kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't like that though. It just pulls it there too much. I think in the normal seed, that early opponents wouldn't necessarily have later on, but then you probably go there anyway. So it's like, how much do you value GTG and routing that in early on when you don't even have that many items, especially without bow, without hookshot. To put a lot of
you have a bomb bag that you can do hookshotless.
Well, Jay and Martin don't, but
oh yeah, Jay and Martin don't yet.
Yeah, but depends on if they go Minuet or if they just go back Child. But I would imagine they just check the Minuet song. It's not. Yeah, I think weekly settings don't really add a lot to those kind of early dips that more complex settings would, for sure. So your individual check strength per item is a lot lower on these settings than something that you might play in like RSL or even like SGL. I think is quite a bit above this, which is kind of where you see more aggressive play, especially.
Yeah, already seeing a fairly aggressive play from Earl Weird, skipping small chest when he's only at 4 hearts.
Oh, I support this play 100%.
You support it? Okay.
Oh yeah, he already has bomb bag. He's gonna get a lot of checks that just give him stuff anyway in the early game. But he'll probably get to about 5 or 6 hearts anyway if he doesn't do anything else with the small chests. I generally do about the same thing, just because it cuts down on a lot of actual minutes over the course of the entire seed. Yeah. That is, I only do that if I am set on explosives, I know where they are, or I have like a 20-pack, or I can scum a 10-pack. Then I think
generally myself, until I know if like fire is required or not, I try to get to at least 5 hearts to see like if fire is a medallion, I don't want to like get roadblocked by health to being able to beat Volvagia or something. But here in this case, with fire as a stone, it's probably less on the runner's minds to pick up more health.
Yeah, if it's a stone especially, like you could just not route that in at all. Okay,
and with OoT being Bolero too, lens on Dompe race.
A bit spooky with Epona start as well, so I'm starting to think there might be something on Requiem that we'll have to go the long way for. Ooh, but a bomb chew pack.
Yep, all the explosives are in the Child right now.
Oh man, it's gonna be extra punishing if they don't check Minuet. Check the Sunsong Grave.
Thinking of going to Minuet already, would you do River along the way?
Without Scale or Iron Boots, I mean, I think it's fine to do. It's not ideal, I would say. Let's see what this.
Yeah.
Ooh, a Roar's Wind.
Roar's Wind's always nice.
Where's this magic? Because that could determine a lot of their routing in the mid game.
Oh.
They know it's like logically available to them.
Well, we know what songs across the wasteland now. We've got Sarius. Hinted at Sacred Forest Meadow.
Oh, well.
I don't really want to cross for Sarius, but there is a Lost Woods Path to Phantom Ganon hint, I think chat said.
Huh. Ice Cavern.
Ooh, Ice Cavern Foolish. God, it has been a while since we've seen that one.
Gross. I hate that hint. It's just such a high density location. If you know the song's going to be good anyway, it's great. But you might go for that anyway. That could just not even shake you.
That is
you'll get Prelude or Serenade out of it. I mean, that's pretty good. You can get a bottle. There's a Requiem though.
It's like we're not crossing.
That sounds, that's nice. That's nice. So all eyes on G2G here. Will they get... it'll be something bomb locked, of course, so I think DC is definitely a play that you do.
OoT is Bolero, not Prelude, but yeah. Lost Woods Path of Phantom Ganon. Have we seen anything in Lost Woods other than that Bomb Tree pack? No. Could be behind that slingshot on Man on Roof already. Hookshot, bow, strength, who knows?
Yeah, that's the good thing about going early adult here for Jay and Martin, is they just get to save a lot of time in their next child segment too, even with getting these valuable songs. Of course, they didn't know where the songs are on the layout, so it's a little bit more high risk, I would say. So you're more likely to need to do the child checks rather than the adult checks, I think.
Oh, Big Goron is a strength upgrade. Oh no.
Yikes.
Probably going to be seeing that at some point since Spirit is required.
It's nice to know where it is. I mean,
That just depends which part of the trade sequence do you get.
But definitely a yikes. Yeah, exactly. Well,
The-
the good thing is it doesn't go from the whole way.
Yeah.
So you won't have to do the whole thing, but
Oh no, Rock Chalk.
with Ice Cavern being foolish too, it's like not going to push you in that direction at all.
Especially if it's like prescription and you need to go unfreeze King Zora.
Well, I mean, it could be something simple like River, which is bomb locked.
Could be.
Has it, yeah. It could be seeing a DC play, even though it is, I believe, a stone, right?
We could see our Lost Woods Path to Phantom Ganon be the adult trade item. For Strength 1. But actually, a small change with Season 5 settings is now like... I think it was introduced in Lev recently that Serenade and Prelude can now be Foolish again with random spawns. So that's why we could see an Ice Foolish there. Yeah, adult spawn at OGC, that's kinda just gross, but at least they have Sunsong to deal with it.
A lot of money for Earl Weird, so you won't have to do any awkward farming techniques.
Nope.
Money. It's gonna check the maze. I think this is the first time we've seen it. Rock is looking to go, I think, adult now after doing market check with the bomb tree bowling.
Oh, no, and Earlwood's completely skipping the maze. Guess planning to do that as an adult.
That's fine. That's totally fine too. I like doing this separating plays between ages. The checks that are the most valuable in the whole game, in the rando at least, are the ones that you can do as both ages. Because you can schedule those wherever you want. You can make your adult segment however long, the child one, same thing. The size is just very, I don't know what the word is for it, but flexible, I would say.
Checks you can just do anytime, and the worst checks in the game are pretty much the child-only, like, time-specific checks.
Yep.
Where you just end up either never being there at the right time or just never being there at all. You can think of like Dompe digging immediately if you don't get Suns or Nocturne. You can think of Chickens where you have to be there at the daytime and it takes forever. But mostly I kind of like seeing Ice Foolish, so it just means never routing that. Pretty much never routing that in the seed. What sucks is if like Fountain is required at that point. Going up the Fountain if you're not going to Ice just really sucks. You have to be pretty much coming there with Blue Fire, and like if you want to get the song you go mode Ice Cavern.
Rock taking a look at the pedestal. Martin is going Kakuri, so he's going to find the bomb bag. Jay is in Child Spirit.
Or going to Child Spirit without explosives kind of feels bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that bad. From our perspective, yeah, it looks not great.
Oh, and burns a shield. Yeah, it's a fine play from his perspective. We just commentary information.
Yeah, like I always just plan to do the first two as childs, regardless, early on if I can. It's just a fairly nice play, even though it's a stone. Here it's a medallion, but even if it were stone, it's a nice thing to go for just really quickly. And with CSMC, it's a lot quicker now too.
Yeah, with CSMC you can just enter this room, see this chest. Okay, so it's small. Ooh.
Megaton Hammer.
Yep, out of logic hammer behind Dins and behind like some kind of fire source.
Earl is still a child here. This is really the benefit of sticking to an early child route. You don't even think about going adult until like minute 20, 25, 30 even, maybe longer. Whole hour segments of child. It's not out of the question. To kind of not miss stuff like this you're seeing from Earl. So finding that hammer is definitely going to influence him to go adult, I would imagine.
Yeah, with hammer and bomb bag at this point, adult seems like a very good play.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those flexible checks, they're just so nice. They're just so nice.
Yeah, and the fact that the stay warp is in market, I think, too, makes it really nice to go back adult when you want. Whether it be day or night, don't have to wait outside.
Another
There's a bomb bag on dump. Nice.
Okay. So essentially 2 child side bomb bags, but... Oh, another big chest.
Is it the 3rd bomb bag? Strength
Okay.
upgrade.
Nice.
Very nice.
Sure he's not going to be too unhappy about that one.
That could be tricky for some people.
Lost Woods' path to Phantom Ganon.
And we know it's not strength. We know it's not an adult trade item for strength at this point because we just got our first.
Yeah. Okay, so there's probably a bow on target in Woods. I would think.
Yeah, there's a bow on target, or there's something on Skull Kid here. Maybe a hook shot here. Oh, there's the bow. All right, that makes sense. Skull Kid was nothing. Oh.
Sorry, I'll stop reading from the spoiler.
Yeah, at least it wasn't the bottle. I've definitely rolled seeds where like path hints were entirely pointing to bottles.
Or a wallet.
Or wallets, yep.
Well,
I think I
would be probably the worst, but...
I rolled a pretty bad seed once. There's just like a lot of like I think for every dungeon you had bottle on the path and you had fire or bow and magic on the path to that boss. I don't exactly remember why, but I think it was 50 skulls for something and then just terrible seed.
Cheer 5 bits thanks to Vex Dante.
And Chuck Climb was available because Jay climbed and got a strength. It is even in logic with the bomb bag.
It's so good. Hell yeah, killing him with the pot, killing him with style. 7.
S20 bomb shoes has sticks, nope, kill it with a pot.
Yes, it's definitely the best method. I mean, it saves on all of your resources except health, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It already has 5 hearts and double defense.
Yeah.
Yep. God, I haven't played many seeds with quad damage. I have no idea how that feels like. Oh no, Earl, weird.
It's gonna be the slingshot his child though. That's great. I might even push him toward Lost Woods because I don't know if he has that Phantom Ganon hint.
And there's the Kokiri sword.
Nice. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's also a pretty bad check for a few reasons.
For Jay especially. I mean, it's not great. He has to do certain things now to not lose time.
I think Jay gets the bomb back here, probably going... Oh wait, has Jay already gone through Lost Woods? I don't see how he would have gotten there.
What, the Lost Woods?
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't have Nocturne yet, so he hasn't gone to Saria's, I think. That's where Nocturne was?
He's got it marked down.
Just on the bottom right, I'm not going insane.
Chat will lead us the way to the truth, I'm sure.
Not the Saria check. Okay. I feel like for people going early adult, that Kokiri sword is easier to find because you get Saria as an adult and you can immediately just go through Lost Woods, get like, and on the way to the song you full clear Child Girl so you didn't get that Kokiri sword. For players who did like Lost Woods early, getting that Kokiri sword's a little more annoying because you have to route back here.
With Spawn being at Temple of Time, it's really it's just really nice for staying child this long too.
Mm-hmm. Pretty nice for going adult whenever you want to.
Mm-hmm. Really compartmentalizes the regions.
Now I'm curious to see where our first hookshot is, or where like that where that adult trade item is going to be, and what is it going to be. I don't think it's going to be too long until we see Stone DC though.
We expect Rock to head right to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting as well. Likely our densest areas right now. That and Child Spirit with explosives so you can get the 2 other checks like Earwheel is doing.
Killing all the enemies with bombs.
Oh, and Kakri Dead Grotto has a big chest. Oh, okay, that's... Oh, right, we saw that from Earwheel's side.
Yeah, I think everyone's gonna get that.
Yeah.
Probably. Unless you forget about that check. I've definitely done that before.
Yep, definitely forgotten that as well, where I think it was... I was trying to find the logic in the scene and just couldn't, and it's like, oh, that's where the Goron tunic is. Okay, I'm just forgot about that check completely. A lot of people missing that man on roof jump today.
It's cursed today.
It is actually cursed. It is deceptively hard to land on that small thing.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean it's really easy to mess up, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of just have to go for it. Don't look.
Yeah,
It's
I
the
only have
same
a
with the-
small lineup for it, but like about it. Nice one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this one, when you're facing that direction to get on the fence, and then jump from there to the windmill guy. You can't see where the fence is, so you just kind of jump wherever,
Mm-hmm.
and you just hope you get it. I mean, the fence doesn't move, thankfully, but it definitely feels like it when you can't see it.
Yep, definitely feel like that fence moves all the time.
Alright, strength for Earl Weird. Definitely in a really strong position. If you can find where the hookshot is, that would be very good. The seed, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Forest Medallion gives another song. Just the strength of songs alone, it does a lot to speed up the game.
I could see Earl having a problem with Kokiri Sword though.
Yeah, because he's already done that.
Unless you get like storms at maybe Adultus FM and you go back for it.
It's nice it's on a child side check though, right? Because as child, because you're just gonna go to Deku anyway. So I don't know how much it's gonna actually punish him.
Hey Snacks, don't say your seed is nice yet. We haven't seen the first hookshot.
Yeah, this we haven't seen the upper part of Spirit for Child here, I don't think, and DC on Rock Chalk's side, and Deku on Martin's side. So we have 3 different dungeons right now on Restream. That's great. Nice. Yeah. It's because of our awesome settings for Season 5.
A lot of variety already, that's very nice to see. Bottom of the well is Path to Baronade.
Ooh, okay. Well, the game's always pretty much about songs, so no surprise there, seeing that we need the Song of Storms. And we know it's not on OoT. We know it's not on Requiem.
There's
but it
the
could be on
usual.
something. Yeah, it's not gonna be
Oh.
on Burning Cack either. Ooh,
There's letter.
letter.
So likely means Boomerang is in the well or not or locked by it. Wait, that's
Bombing.
the Baronade hint. And launching the Gossip Stone, seeing that OGC Foolish, very mad.
See ya.
So mad at the OGC Foolish, she blew up the Gossip Stone.
It's not necessarily a bad thing though. I feel like that's a really good item to find here.
Yeah, also means like maybe you can find another strength besides the bigger one and not have to commit to adult trait sequence.
So we've kind of got two options. Yeah, we've really only got one option then, so Prelude has to be a Song of Storms, I think, this seed.
Oh yeah, because it can't be Burning Cack because that locks the... Yeah.
Yeah. So this hook has got to be Bomb Lock or something. We did get the... Well, we got the bow from the Moss Woods, but I don't know. Oh, there's a Dens. Okay.
There's the Dens in Deku. That's a Stone Shadow though. Kinda not something you want to find.
Yeah, probably prefers fire arrows at this point.
Get the best
This is a
fire
weird thing to
source.
say. Ooh, another big chest over there. In Deku for Martin.
Deku loaded today, as always.
Shout Spear didn't have anything. Doesn't look like.
No.
A Goron tunic. Wow. Well, see, that's why you skip small chests. Team skip small chests. Only bigs. I only care about the bigs.
To be fair, with explosives this season, like maybe 4 hearts and knowing it's stone fire, you just stop collecting small chests, I feel. It's really according to your need.
Now, the Encore situation, if you skip small chests, is Water Temple, because, like, Water Temple on 3 or 4 hearts is definitely not the greatest. There's the hookshot, though, for Rock
Hookshot in the bomb back chest makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, great to see. So he'll probably grab the bow when he does Child Goron City, if he does that, because it's just right next to it. And that would lead to Deku as well for him, so I don't really... He's in fine shape here, as is Martin. Martin's already Child too, but... Yeah, the same age items for the similar age items, so like adult and adult and a child item and a child check, right? It does a lot to speed up the scene. For sure.
Yeah.
Towards the mid game at least. Now that we're kind of in the mid game, I would say, we already know that we have 2 medallions that we could complete with the Kukuri sword, at least on our side. Water Temple though, so they'll have to find a long shot somewhere. Jabu still have to get Song of Storms for, I guess, Boomerang?
Yeah, I think it's either Boomerang or like probably Strength 2 to get Boomerang and Spirit or something.
Right. That would not be too bad either. Yeah, definitely push him toward GCG if that were the case.
Yeah,
another
that too.
shot on Goma. Okay.
Slingshot on Goma is a classic.
Cool.
Already calling Stone Shadow in the chat. Hopefully not.
This is the nice thing about variant routes too, and why they're pretty effective in OoT as a randomizer. It's part of the reason why it's so good to raise. It's because of that. You're not really restricted to one path. So even though all of these players are taking wildly different routes, different sequences at least, the same checks, it's not really going to lead to a lot of time loss unless they take a huge risk and it doesn't pay out, or a death somewhere definitely would set a player back. So it's good to see.
Yeah, definitely OT is a lot about, I feel, sequencing plays. And if you end up sequencing the play at the wrong time, you may end up not going to a required area because, well, you have other, I guess, more high priority areas to do. And geez,
Yeah. Ooh.
long shot on King Dodongo. Both
Wow.
hook shots in Stone DC.
Okay. Yeah, if you don't value DC this seed, you're kind of screwed.
Oh yeah, you're definitely screwed if you skip Stone DC this
Oh
seed.
my god.
And we already have letter, boomerang, like letter, we know where boomerang is.
Super nice though.
Yeah, the seed has been incredibly nice so far.
Too nice. Where's the catch?
Where is the catch? Yep. Where is that mirror shield where, like, I feel like mirror shield's probably gonna be horrible in the seed.
Well, with ice being foolish though, it's gonna really be nice for all dirt routes though at the same time.
Oh?
You really don't have to go over that direction unless it's like King Zora or you actually do need that bigger on strength, but unless you find that item, it's not even something you should worry about, really.
And also, ice being foolish reduces your options, I feel like, or your good options by a lot in the later game.
Yeah, I think it's pretty likely that one or both the stone dungeons are either required or there is something in there.
Yeah,
there just aren't that many checks left in the game at that point, other than something like GCG or, you know.
You'll see magic and hovers from Stone Shadow being full cleared.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great location, even if it's a stone. A lot of checks. Just like one key unlocks, I don't know, 1 billion approximately.
Yeah,
something
it's
like
about 1 billion checks.
Yeah. And it gets a little bit weaker with small keys and BKs.
Oh, what was that?
Checks, but you need those.
Oh, we know where Mirror Shield is. It's in Central Pillar.
Wow, that's a great hint.
What a great hint. Otherwise, that is completely garbage. Wow.
That's really good.
Thanks for showing off our new sometimes hints. That is pretty fucking great.
Yeah, it just happens to be very strong.
Yep.
I think we saw this on like one of the weeklies or test seeds a week or so, maybe 2 ago, but
okay. So yeah, we know we need irons.
Them be relevant, not just like blue ruby instead. Okay.
So now the big question essentially is where is that adult trade item for strength, or where's the second strength? And where are the iron boots, pretty much? Because we know where Mirror Shield is, we know letters there. Boomerang's in the well, and yeah, we need iron boots and strength 2 to be found.
And the hammer is still magic blocked here, logically.
We found hammer?
Yeah, I think Earl Weird did. It's on Composer Grave Chest.
Oh, right, yeah. We forgot about that.
I was gonna go to Deku. Using Sun Song. One of the only things I will applaud it for is being able to go back to your previous entrance in some areas.
Suns is only useful to warp.
Yeah, otherwise it sucks though. I just wish it wasn't in the game.
Yep.
I think it would be a little bit better. Like if you just excluded Sun Song, I think that'd be totally fine.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a wild take, but I don't know. Is it really?
I mean, I kind of like my Sun Song.
Oh, it's Song of Storms. Okay, it's on Bolero. So not locked behind all these forest items. That'll be very good for Rock here. It's not really going to get punished for any sequencing.
Yep. But this has the makings right now of a fairly fast seed.
Oh, it for sure does. I mean, we already have Deku lined up for Rock Chalk, and now he has also Jabu after that lined up, because he'll have the Song of Storms and ZL. So
yep.
We'll clear Bomb the Well for allegedly Boomerang. We'll see. But
and Well could definitely have like Boomerang and maybe another strength, maybe gold scale, maybe a scale just to taunt you, like, haha, you can't do water with this.
Yeah.
Okay, if water has 2 required items, this is a great seed.
Well, it'd be a jet seed. I don't know. Is it a good seed then?
Oh yeah, I was saying in the race time chat earlier that even jet seeds are terrible. Because you make
all of them are, yeah.
Not all of them, but if you make one wrong play in a jet seed, you end up just losing out.
Well, it's, I don't know if it's that or just misjudging it rather. Which seems like it would be the same thing, but I think it's slightly different.
they had my share of jetties where just like someone finishes and I'm still like looking for that one item and I've had 5 medallions for 30 minutes.
Yeah, Earlweird is in a really good spot right now. Just has Deku lined up. Already knows that bombs are probably going to lead to his missing item for Forest. So I would very much expect him to go into DC. He's been around the scene for a while too, so I think the longer you've been around, the more you've seen DC fuck people.
Oh yeah, I can never skip Stone DC.
PTSD almost.
It's screwed me so much.
It's just a good location. I mean, there's no keys in there, and it's huge. Like it's like I was saying about Stone Shadow potentially. You just do it because it's a good thing to do, you know.
Yep. DC is just very good. Like in closed Deku as well, DC is just incredibly good because you can end up getting explosives very early in a lot of seeds. Oh, thanks, game. Goron City is on the path to Queen Goma. That is a very nice hit. Is that a bomb bag on Lax? That was. I think that was a bomb bag on Lax.
Sure is. So it's all 3 bomb bags.
Yep.
We got Lax. We got Mido's house, which is a little bit easier to get, but it's still nice to refill. Like you're never apt to. Once you get 30, you're like pretty much set for the entire seed.
Yeah.
As long as you don't waste them. Same thing goes for bomb chews. Like if you give me 30 bomb chews, oh my god. Like, are you trying to take me out to a dinner? Like.
Oh yeah, wait. We do have a Temple of Time on the path to Morpha in the seed. Huh. Look at that. We already have long shots, so.
The Prelude.
I mean, there's not many songs that can be on Epona's now. Or that can be on Prelude, I mean. We have Storms at the Crater, so. I think the only song check left that unlocks anything at Prelude is Song of Time.
Yeah, that's what I would assume it is.
So Song of Time somehow unlocks Iron Boots. So it's not going to be River Chest.
Really good info. See how much better that is than Way the Hero?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is so great. You would have gone you would have gone Temple of Time Way the Hero for Song of Time. And you're just like,
Yeah, you'd been like, well, fuck this. Like, basically.
Yeah.
It's kind of the reaction for that one.
And now you see it like, yeah, Song of Time Wealth, and you know it's for like Iron Boots because you presumably have Long Shot. I think that's our last always hint with 40 skulls being dead. So likely, I mean, Iron Boots can't be in water behind Song of Time. That doesn't make sense. So like Iron Boots are in GTG somewhere, I'm guessing, because that's the only place Song of Time can lock.
The one thing I will say about Jet Seats, though, is they are kind of nice to play if you do guess correctly and, you know, just make the right plays and all that. But
yeah,
it just from a time perspective. So I don't always want to play like these 4 to 5 hour monster shitter seeds. Like you don't always want to play those. Like, you know, you gotta have some sort of variety. So they're nice for that, for sure, to break up the kind of monotony of like AD. Oh, it's AD. Oh, it's AD.
Oh, it's AD.
We still AD, and I get fucked. Like, so it's nice for that, but painful
it is not
here for Rock though. He doesn't have a bow right now. He's gonna go in the Forest Temple.
Yeah, Central Pillar does have the mirror shield, so you can already almost like form a route in the seed. And you'd really just need like that extra strength or that extra like that one adult trade item. And I think that's almost glow mode, no? We know where Mirror Shield is, we know where Letter is, Boomerang's probably in the well. Iron Boots are in GTG. Yeah, I think we just need like Strength 2 and Lights. Hammer is in the Composer Grave. Behind Magic. Yeah, Strength 2 definitely feels like it could be our biggest problem. Central Pillar does have the Mirror Shield Aeronaut. Got hinted at Medigoron.
Yeah, we don't know where Magic is either. It's not really a concern, I would say. You're just going to do all your non-Magic lock dungeons at this point, because most of the open world checks are now done. It's the good thing about the again, the early game here in the Rando.
Yeah, a lot of overworld checks done, and there's a lot of information you get from the seed. So at this point, if you do your required dungeons and hope to find magic and some way to get a second strength.
See, the real test is to have one player race reading all the hints, and the other one just doesn't read anything. And see what they do.
Oh wow, okay, I've never even thought to try that. Have you tried
You
that
can really
before?
gauge the strength of hints that way.
Mm-hmm. I feel like in the seed,
I haven't tried it before, but I would like to. It sounds really cool.
Yeah, that's something I like to experiment with as well.
Like, you can do that, and then you can, I don't know, switch it around even, or something. Cool, too.
In this seed, like, I don't know. The hints are very, very powerful in the seed, definitely, but unless, like...
For bomb lock checks in general, my take on it is you're always going to do all your bomb lock checks, no matter what. Or pretty close to it. Maybe 90-80% of them. There's a lot of them in the game. But once you get that bomb bag, you just go and do those, I would think. So
yeah.
Even if you don't have hints here, you would still probably go DC. Unless you just hate stones. But
I think even like without hints, you're probably more wanting to do DC because it's just a very good area, like in general, to clear.
Yeah. Just a ton of checks.
I think an interesting path at this point, yeah. Robo's very good. We have a Deku on the path to Twin Robo for I think it's only Dins. So somehow beating Spirit is magic locked. I don't know if we saw it.
GCG just keeps getting stronger and stronger as we go along in the seed. They have most of the items now too, so and a really early Eponas would not be shocked to see something.
Oh right, we had a wallet in deck. Wait, we had a wallet in Deku could be. Oh, I completely forgot about that. The wallet for Zoro Tunic for Central Pillar Mirror Shield.
Yep.
God, that is a logic chain.
Oh, that could bait some people too. At the same time, we don't know yet which one is the good one. Which is definitely the more interesting time. Like being in no mode, for example, is a little bit less interesting. But yeah. So
there was our third one.
Which one would you go after?
What do you mean? Which one would I go after?
Like in terms of investigating or prioritizing checks, like in terms of, so if two items are in the same path area, what would you do? So
I think I've
one,
seen
it's
this in general.
Dens.
Yeah, I think with the hint that it's mirror on Central Pillar, I would still probably be careful with the Dins. But at the same time, I would probably assume that Dins was for Spirit Key Logic, unless I saw like Child Spirit and I knew there was no keys on Happer Sunroom.
So Rockchalk and Kakariko about to get...
Definitely in this case, like you have Deku for what, Goron Tunic, Dins, and Wallet. For that Wallet to be waiting here for Mirror Shield, like Mirror Shield needs to lock I think Zoro Tunic. Which is unlikely.
Here's Jay going into DC. Right behind him is Martin.
Likely both going to get their hooks.
Yeah. Gotta pick up your hooks. Gotta go.
Yep.
Do some
Are they
checks.
gonna get long shot though? Like if you find hookshot in the bomb back chest, do you just like
leave?
Get the shortcut? Yeah.
Do
you get the shortcut and bail, or do you continue? Because you could full clear forest.
You've already entered there. I would think it's more efficient to just stay and do the whole thing. It's just not that. It's not long enough to really consider skipping. Because at that point, especially being on bomb back chest, you're less than 5 minutes. If it was more than 5 minutes, then maybe I would consider it more. But you're already in this like honey pie. Are you really just gonna stop eating honey? I think you just keep eating honey.
I know. I think I would full clear it.
Yeah, because now you know it can't be foolish, right?
Yeah.
If you find the one hook, so of course
you find the hook, you know it's not foolish. So.
Yeah, so I think it's stronger to just keep going for it.
Yeah, I think too. But also snacks. You cannot have Din's Way the Hero for the coffin in these settings because you will always have sticks to carry the flame. Yeah, we have Valley, Ice, and OGC Foolish. And I believe we're missing one way to here or one path. Gonna be hard to switch on that one. It's probably still Waff. Oh, we do have all paths. Which one? Oh, Goron City. Oh, well, I forgot about the well.
Yeah, something isn't well here. It's ice arrow.
Ice arrows, yay! We're not playing glitched logic. That is completely irrelevant. But got another big chest here.
Okay,
There's the boomerang.
There we go. Yeah, you can't use ice arrows on Morpho or Baron. Well, you can.
And another big chest. What is this bottom of the well?
Ooh.
Oh, it's
Hey,
just a bottle.
Okay, nice. Bottles are always good. I'm never really mad about bottles. Unless it's like your third or fourth one, then it's like, oh, okay. Ooh, another one. Ooh, scale. Let's go.
Scale can be very nice, especially if you want to reach Jabu. Going up the river can be annoying at times, especially if you've already done it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think he's gone Lake as Child, so we could just go there. Clear for along the way.
I don't know if I'd walk the lake as Child though.
It's a lot of time, but with opponents too, I don't know.
There's Jibbo doing the thing I thought he would do.
Oh.
Check the bridge
He's
and bailed on
bailing.
DC.
Wow, that's aggressive.
That is aggressive and is going to miss the long shot, unfortunately. Which is one item that is pretty much unhinted in this seed.
Wow, that's just too bad.
Yeah, I can see the
Martin.
play, but it seems
Okay.
really aggressive, yeah.
Yeah, Martin's going in. Martin's going in. If you play some of the faster settings, kind of like SGL, I would say is quite a bit faster. Of course, they have Stone Bridge and Lax GCPK, so they just require fewer things. But that type of gameplay definitely kind of is rewarded though in those. So it might just be because he was in the brackets, right, for that tournament. So
I'm not sure Jason at Speed Gaming. No.
oh, okay. Oh, regardless, like he did pretty well on him anyway. He's been playing him a lot. I know that. So it might just be kind of residual routing.
Yep, residual aggressive routing.
Yeah. It's what's left on my GameCube controller after I'm playing Rando.
God, yeah, I've broken a few controllers playing Rando.
Oh, really?
Not because I've gotten angry, but because I've just overused them and they broke. Okay, one because I've gotten angry.
Too much Mario Party. Rock looks to be headed toward Baronade. Could be
Yeah, I think
in a
that
really
makes
good
sense.
position with scale. That scale is really going to help him out here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go now from Baronade onto Child Goron City, and then you just never have to go back there again. And that's pretty much the only thing left there, aside from Skullmaster that he hasn't done. But
I think for us, yeah, for us we want him to go to Child Goron City. He might just go to the Lake Hylia as well.
yeah, good. It's definitely a decision point there.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would go Child Goron City. I've seen too many seeds. It's a
Or
cursed
that's just
location.
required. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a cursed location, so I just tend to just knock it out earlier rather than later. If you can just string it along and have most of the items, even not, I mean, it's as like a 1 or 2 check location, it's still pretty good. You're spending 30 seconds about per check.
Yeah.
Depends on your movement, of course, but It's not that bad.
I think also in the seed, like, if you're choosing between where to go after Jabu, and you're like wondering whether you should scale onto Lost Woods or Lake, I feel like both can probably value themselves, but I think you get more checks by going to Lost Woods and Goron City anyway, and I think I'd be ready to probably leave Child Lake until I have like maybe Serenade from Ice Cavern or Never, because I tend to skip Child Lake a lot of the time.
The difference here between Earl and Jay that I'm seeing too is just Jay just getting a little bit more punished for the early adult play. I think Earl has a lot more confidence in here. Already full clearing basically Child, so I don't think he even has the option of bailing if he wanted to. He just knows this is gonna probably pay out, because where else would he go other than like GTG? But just for checks per minute, like it's just a no.
Checks per minute, yeah, DC is hard to beat.
Yeah, it's I think the best one, isn't it? Still, it beats GTG because of all the keys.
I think Well is probably higher.
Oh, yeah.
But like Deku and DC are pretty close together. I think Deku's just a slightly bit faster.
Yeah, all of those locations too, they have the locational advantage, a lot of them do. So Deku being closed now definitely cuts that off as an option. DC really only need explosives, sometimes a strength, sometimes an actual bomb bag. And that can get a little tricky.
Yep. And then
in GTG you just need a plethora of items to even make it something.
Yeah, GTG is absolutely insane with
Yeah.
item requirements. And well, like, it's generally tough to decide if you want to go bottom of the well without, like, let's say Zelda by your explosives. Sometimes it's required, but it can be a very dense area. And we're seeing our first forest play.
It's just a forest clear.
Yep, just forest clear in general.
Has
Gonna
all
be-
the items.
Mm-hmm.
Just very, very likely where Earl is going to go after picking up the long shot.
Yeah, likely gonna be some probably heavy metagaming from Jay to try and find that long shot.
Yeah, he's going to have to be really careful, otherwise he could get trapped into like a GTG that he doesn't need, or else. Fields, all these very time negative locations that take a long time to get the checks. Like Field,
Yeah.
Lake, Valley. Really nice if you can just cut that out completely. So it's really early in the game. The routes here too, that Valley is the strongest. So that as the seed goes on and on, like Valley gets even worse. I would say Lake stays about the same, but Child Goron City, it's just always good. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
I've been screwed too many times by Child Goron City.
Yeah.
It's hard to skip anymore.
It's like someone like pantsing you or something. It's just like, I don't want somebody to pants me. That's what it feels like when you get done in by a Child Goron City, but
Always feels like a trap to do it.
long shot for Earl weird.
Bow for Rock Chalk.
Did he do Darunia, or did he just not mark his strength?
Yeah, he did the Runia.
Okay. Okay, so everyone's gonna be on a pretty good path here. Martin does not have that hammer yet from Composer Grave.
Neither does J-Bone or Rock Chalk.
Yeah.
And hopefully that hammer is not required. But that's very much a hopefully. Unless chat wants to see our runners go straight into deep fire.
It's gonna be what, like a 30-second time save in DC alone if you have hammer? So you don't have to wait for the bombs at all?
Yeah,
Like per bomb,
minor time save for sure.
something like that.
But I think the time to do Composer Grave out of Logic is probably about that as well.
Yeah, for sure. And both of these things that Earl Weird has done, so I think Earl's in the best position to reswing here.
Yeah. Earl is definitely in a good position. I'd say Martin's in a pretty good position as well.
Yep.
I unfortunately don't know when Jay's going back to DC. That doesn't seem to be probably on the cards at the moment.
Yeah, and Rock's about in the same position as all of them are.
Yeah. If Rock does Child Spirit, he's in a good position too.
Yeah.
I guess that one question remains: where's that second strength upgrade, or where's that adult trait sequence? Where would you even start looking for that?
Pretty
Spirit.
tempted by GTG. I mean,
Yeah, GTG seems pretty tempting.
you have everything for it except strength 2 at this point. So you can just
Yeah.
look at the maze too with CSMC. I think for that alone, it's worth going there pretty aggressively in most seeds.
And you
At
can
the
get
same
Song of
time-
Time from Prelude too, because
Yeah, it's
assumingly
just
that's
really-
what's there.
Really nice for the information gain.
Yeah.
Even if you don't do anything, if you just literally go there to stare at the maze, I think that's probably a valuable play.
Yep. Like you can go GTG, probably knowing you'll find Iron Boots at least along the way. Or we're taking a double take at that. Yep.
Nice that he found it.
That's a very nice hint to find in the seed. And the hint stone not many people check actually. And with that hammer actually, he's probably more inclined to check that hint stone. Because it takes a lot longer with the bombs or strength.
Oh, strength especially, yeah.
Yeah.
I have to go refill my water, so I'll be right back in a couple minutes.
Sounds good. So we're seeing Urwild peek. I'm actually curious. Urwild peeked the maze despite having Hammer to go through it pretty quickly, and you can still get that extra hint back there, so it's fairly interesting. We're seeing J-Bone deeper in Forest, now at the Floor Master check, about halfway through. Looks to be in a pretty commanding position progression-wise, but that long shot might screw him. Martin is on his way to Forest as well. Has that long shot over Jay. A little behind in Forest, but we'll see how that long shot plays. And Rockstruck's in Deku currently getting the medallion, and the only one who's going to be on his way to Jabu after this. But again, that letter and that boomerang shouldn't be too hard to find. Especially when both areas are hinted on the path to something. And in general, I feel like path probably applies around the same to the way the hero hints. You just kind of want to full clear those areas. Make sure you don't miss anything in there. Unless, like, well, it's not necessary to always rush full clearing path areas if you know, like, already the path is to this boss. Like, the path is to Morpho for a hookshot. Well, you know there might not be anything else there. At a strength on the volcano, maybe? I cannot see what's on the volcano from here. But if that is a strength on the volcano, that is huge. Strength, happy 1 hour, yeah. Strength on the volcano would essentially mean like we would be in glow mode. Because our hints pretty much tell us everything else. Looks like something longer. Could be a stick. We know it's not a hookshot. Thanks for the shout out. Very nice seed so far you've got for us, Snacks. Yep. Oh, right. The absolute commentator's nightmare. Double and double, likely triple Forest. Oh no. Well, the one problem with Forest is there's not really anything to talk about. You can talk about a few execution strats here and there, but otherwise it's just really a long linear dungeon with simply not that many items in it, so Yeah, just generally just gotta sit through it. Yeah, I would need to go back and clip it, see if it was anything. Might have been a strength on the volcano. They'll need to be banned from only 2 communities. Okay, I'm sure. Yep. Alright. We're seeing Rocktalk go to Jabu. What does that hint say? We've got Rockstew still dead. Second hint for that. So I'm kinda down with Rocktalk's button colors here. We've got that inverted GameCube kinda color scheme. Looks really good. Actually, that's not even inverted because I think no, B is red on GameCube. Got a fish. B is red? Oh, thanks, Snacks. Taking a trick on the rivers. Guess we'll see. I think this is our first river play, so some new checks at least. Where's this big chest, or where is that? Oh, that's big on sword. Right. Something to talk about, Pog. Martin and J-Bone progressing swiftly through forest at least. I love seeing this peak from Martin. Can see the well chest from here. Very nice if you don't want to lower the water.
Alright, what did I miss?
You're missing double forest. And we're seeing
Excuse me.
We're seeing Rocktalk go through river to get the Jabu.
Yeah. So you mean I could have been petting a cat right now?
Hey, I need you to talk about something.
Okay.
Yep, it's an absolute tragedy to miss double forest.
Yeah, it's just a spectacle, man.
Emo, that doesn't sound like water. No, I'm sure it's water.
It's water-based.
Yep. Oh yeah, right, Emo didn't miss double forest, but he's gonna... Well, he missed double forest, but he's gonna be here for triple forest.
It is derived from water.
Ah.
Oh, you should just make that a...
Yep.
Make that a bet. What am I drinking right now?
What am I drinking? Derivative of water. Is that sparkling water?
It could be. That is certainly...
that is very fizzy. Could hear that from here.
I like my fizz.
Yep.
Big fizz drinker.
Carbonation ASMR. Yep, that's what you're here for. During the triple forest, you gotta listen to something.
They come for the triple forest, they stay for the carbonation.
ASMR.
Yeah.
I need to not laugh and eat at the same time. Ow. That hurts.
Oh.
I choked on my pizza shell.
Oh. You have pizza? What?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Man, I could be having pizza.
Got some salted caramel brownies for dessert. Oh god, I'm trying. God, that hurts.
What does?
Choking on something while you're...
I
heard this was a carbonation stream. Yeah, come to the right place.
Well, I'm on comms, so it's kind of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
I'm not a big fan for carbonated drinks myself. It needs to be like very specific.
Is it the flavor that does it for you, or is it
Yeah.
just the texture?
Like the general, I can't have like just Coke or Pepsi. It just tastes like, I don't like the taste.
I really like the texture of high carbonation, so that's more of what I care about rather than
The
actual
texture
flavor.
of liquid, I see.
Yeah, the yes, the way it moves. You know, it's great.
Yep.
Oh.
Seeing nothing. Oh. We were talking about this earlier, but Rocktalk actually decided to dive to go to lake instead of going to Chadgaron City.
Yeah, I don't think that's bad. It's a little bit slower, but whatever.
Oh, he might actually. Oh, he
There's
hasn't
no
beaten
min-
Jabu
there's no
yet.
minuet
Yeah.
anyway. So
So he's doing this.
Yeah, like people are gonna have to come this way or river. So like I feel like as long as you're stringing along chucks, that you're in pretty good shape anyway. So it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter which way. Now, in terms of metagaming and what, if you're like missing an item from Go mode, things like that, that's where you have to be a little bit more careful and think about like, are these all logically in? So I'd rather do a logically in rather than out check, unless I'm
Yeah.
looking for something specific.
Like you're not gonna go GTG looking for like, let's say
Both.
water med long shot and you're midding opponent.
Yeah.
Just being careful about this sort of things, like seeing if Spirit is possibly long shot locked and looking for long shot behind that. Spirit is generally a big one when you look for out of logic stuff. Just there's a million logical requirements for checks. Yeah, well had to scale.
Here's Jay killing Phantom Ganon, completing one of his goal hits.
And ending the triple
Yeah.
forest.
Ooh, nice peek there from Earlweird to get the well chest.
Oh yeah, that's something else you missed from Martin, I guess. Martin actually did that earlier, but that is still a very nice peek. I need to learn how need to learn that one. Doesn't seem too hard.
Oh, you just roll against the wall. It just depends on where you do it. So it's not much more to it than that.
I'm looking forward to seeing if there's going to be like more chess size matches content strats in season 5.
Probably. There's probably some that exist that just no one knows for various reasons. Oh, and I missed a fish. Wow.
I'm sure Toxic is on that. Oh my god. There's the magic. And thanks,
Wow.
last minute continue for the raid.
Yeah, thank you so much for the magic in Zora's domain. Well, you're
That's
never
actually
going to come
fairly
here
long
unless
way.
you have both of the items, so it's kind of nice that they get forced into bottom of the well play because of the hint. So they're never going to be here without Letter and Rang both. So unless they already did it like, very early with Bomb Bag or something earlier in the route, but no one's done that, so everyone's not going to be tripped up by that. That is something that could potentially pick it up.
Yeah, because especially without that magic, you're never going to be in Go mode, really.
Right.
So skipping Domain when you're not in Go mode is fairly risky without, let's say, Serenade to get back here, and I don't think you want to do Bear and Ice just for Serenade.
There are certainly racers that would just skip Domain for Jabu, and then do Domain after, or just skip Domain entirely. So, I don't know. I can see both plays, like, actualizing.
Like, you could, I guess... It could be worth picking up Serenade, I guess, if you're thinking about Water and Jabu, have the scale from bottom of the well. Just thinking, maybe I'll do these later. And you might be able to save some time. Yet, Song of Time is on Temple of Time. That was pretty much the only song that could have been there. Hey, we can do frogs too. But I think the one big thing about this heat as well, I think, is just the lack of either Minuet or Bolero can hurt a lot.
Yeah.
These are just good warp songs to have. Like, one of them is very good to have because it just leads to a lot of dense areas.
So now Double Forest, Jabu, and J-Bone maybe going back to DC. He's certainly headed that way. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's done Forest.
He does not have Song of Storms yet, so I guess this is just him going up to get that.
Oh yeah. He needs to get Song of Storms.
Yep. So I would, definitely not
still skipping the back of DC. Yep.
Ooh,
that's
so that
going to be a problem.
One time passing DC. Let's make a counter here.
Make a counter.
How many times? So that we can tell him how many times.
I was also wondering if he was if he was just gonna maybe skip the Crater song and just go straight for GTG with the Song of Time. But I guess if you're still looking for storms, then this is probably what you want to do.
Don't see skipping this as really an option with storms being needed.
Yeah, and actually, this is probably the only check that can have storms for Jay.
Yeah, because he's already gotten Prelude.
And he knows well is on path to Baronade, so can't be on Burning Cack.
We also know that Serenade has to be an Ice Captain, so
yep.
In terms of going to Jabu, you're just gonna go to Lake, go River, but...
So we know Minute's on Burning Cack, Bolero's on OT, Serenade's in Ice. Kinda gross, just...
Child Safe Wit is in top, so... Yeah, it's not... I mean, it's pretty good still, but...
It's not the most useful with Prelude.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's the kind of spell that's more useful early on, yeah.
Yeah. Later in the game, it can definitely, like, back a Lake, back a Lon Lon. It kind of feels like that a little bit.
Yeah. There's the kind of spawns that are very useful, like, early on, and the kind of spawns that are more useful later in the seed. Yeah, just how random spawns is.
Random spawns is nice. I'm glad it stuck around. The setting from Season 3.
Yeah, I don't want to go back to the open grotto meta.
And we don't want to turn off free child Zelda.
No.
no one's on the streets, protesting that decision. So that's also pretty nice. Although I don't know, I don't do that check very much anymore. So I would like to grow tired of it again. If that makes any sense. It's something that you just love to hate.
Yeah, generally, like, I tend to avoid a lot of that area, just like Valley Lake, south of Field.
Too. Like, just having to do guards every now and then, it's nice. But not
having to do guards? Oh, okay, you're getting into the spicy stuff?
Yeah. It's a setting, I mean.
I think I haven't... No, I think I did guards recently.
I can usually do it one or two tries. I usually go for the side hop method. So if you can just get into a groove and just not even look at the screen, it's actually better. You only need to look for where the guard's eye line of sight is, so...
Just side hop frame perfectly, yeah.
Yeah.
Never get caught.
Yeah, just play good for it.
Just play good.
Playing good definitely leads to time gains rather than losses.
Playing good is also very difficult.
I prefer to do, but, you know, playing badly is also fun too.
Playing badly is something I do more often than playing good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big thing in the community too, that I don't know if a lot of people are thinking about, like, just what is considered good and bad. I think that's still a wide range, even though there's a lot of things that are done primarily because, you know, they lead to results, but, does that make sense? I don't know, maybe right.
Yeah, it does make sense. Like, you do a medallion dungeon because it leads to a medallion because you need it to beat the game. You do a, like, Ice Cavern because it has Nocturne because it leads to a medallion, and a lot of things that give, like, results that you know you'll need at some point. And yes, J-Bone did Clear Forest. But, like, a lot of the plays regarding progression and just, like, things you need to do eventually are very good. And generally what's not progression is considered pretty terrible unless it's, like, fairly dense.
Right, that's definitely, like, level 1. Definitely something you want to get down. Level 2 would be, like, okay, now your side dungeons, now what do you do? Well, it definitely changes depending on the seed. And not a lot of people will agree, too, on the same thing. I think there's a lot of great variety of opinion out there. There's still a lot to be discovered, too.
Side dungeons is definitely the hardest part of this game. When to do them and when not to do them is the eternal question. Like, you see a lot of metas today, just people rushing ice out of nowhere, people just going to GTG, like, don't know. No, we don't have the DS command. Well, see, the seed is pretty nice. Just do it when you have to and do not when you don't. I see. It's BS because Ice Cavern is foolish. I like that idea.
We should probably rename that command too, right? To
Yeah,
path.
it's gonna need a rename.
Or just use both or something.
Hmm. I mean, in weekly settings, they're essentially interchangeable.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much, but
Just gives you a bit more information.
yeah, for sure. J-Bone just entering well here. 117, a little bit late, I would say, but already knew it was Wire. Martin right behind him.
Yep.
So it's still a split of early adult and players that kind of stuck around Chavo a bit longer. And at least for this seed, it definitely seems like it's favoring players on the left here.
Yeah, definitely. I wonder who's going to be our first player. The first player on 4 medallions is probably going to be either J.R. Martin, but that 5th medallion might be harder to get.
Yeah, it can definitely slow down a lot. It might not be a just seed. It really depends on where Iron Boots are, depends on which is the second strength, not even where.
Yeah, pretty much. The biggest
Yeah,
question for me right now is where is that
arrows.
strength? Because we, like, theoretically, it's very likely that Iron Boots are just waiting in GTG behind Song of Time.
Yeah. Definitely, it's something that for GTG, it just gets so much stronger with Song of Time logically, so if I have it,
Yeah.
I'm a lot more likely to go there.
Yeah, pretty much the same here. Right side maze locks. It has a few keys a lot of time and it locks. a
Most
few
of the
checks.
maze.
It is crazy
usually
how many
almost-
are required for a lot of the maze logically.
Yeah.
Like, you know no one's ever gonna use keys on right side, but you have to account for it. A way to make the ice blade worse.
Yeah, you're just never going there now.
It's kind of. I feel like this is the kind of seed where Fountain would be required too. Just to be like that little extra mean.
The one check. No,
Yep.
just some money.
Oh, we had Icy Waters hinted, didn't? No,
Did we?
Still 2 checks, I think. We have
Okay,
Icy
okay,
and we have
yeah.
the Glacier.
Oh, for Fountain, right.
Yeah.
I was thinking, because I always put Domain and Fountain in the same area, basically.
Okay.
At least
Okay.
in terms of how I think think about it, so
Yeah. I mean, it's
more-
essentially the same area.
basically, they both have water. I mean, Zora's and, well, one of them, I guess. It's not even Zora's and Zora's Fountain. It's kind of a misnomer.
Right. Even when you say like I'm going ice, generally that involves like Fountain ice and then unfreezing King Zora afterwards.
The Fountain of Lord Jabu Jabu.
Yep. Unfortunately,
Clearly.
not there 7 years later.
Yeah, the Zora's just kind of proclaimed it as theirs. I don't know if that's for Jabu. Apparently it is in Hyrule, though, so,
Yeah.
Hyrule's a strange place. You just find money in grass, and it's not invaluable.
Find money in grass. Like the whole world just freezes over in 7 years.
Yeah, you just eat hearts, you know,
Eat hearts.
to gain vitality. Really super
Yep.
weird.
You give
Like,
a
do
job
they just live
explosives.
forever in Hyrule? Like, you just keep getting hearts, and they keep having bottled fairies? I don't know.
Oh yeah, you can bottle living beings.
Oh, you definitely can. You definitely, well,
Yeah.
I don't know
Find
if that should be
explosives.
canon Majora's Mask for OoT, but
Yeah. I mean, fairies are. Okay, I mean, this is good.
oh, the fairies.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can find random explosives in grass. There's a million things about this game that are just like.
Freaky play, and there's not violence. Well, I guess there is a lot of violence.
Yeah, look at this child beating up like various enemies.
At least there aren't gangs of children running around with bomb shooters, you know.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
That would be terrifying. This is for you, chat.
God. Another one.
It's the last one.
Yeah.
It's the last one. I
Yeah.
swear.
But meanwhile, we've got
Aeronaut sleuthing
Yeah.
it out. Little can. That is correct. It's a little can.
the meantime, like Rock Chalk doing Child Spirit, finding the strength. I'm just gonna take
Things
it
that
away.
matter. Yeah.
Yep. About things that matter. You're gonna be able to do forest and likely like.
Okay.
Look, I don't think you're. I mean, okay, it could matter. Twitch chat likes it, so it matters.
I do what chat tells me to do.
Yep. That's what we're here for. Hoping the worst on the runners and agreeing with Twitch chat.
Well, I mean, we see Jay and Earlbeard, now they're both gonna head to Jabu.
Yep.
And Martin's also gonna do the same thing.
And Rockstar's gonna be lonely in forest for about in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, so really just
It's
a
good
lot
that
of
we have already done it.
stuff we have seen before.
Definitely, yeah. I'm really waiting for that first GTG play.
It probably will pay out. I kind of have a hard time believing it won't, but now that Magic's available too, though, complicates a few things. Like you could just go Dip Shadow. What if you get Hover Boots? I mean, what if you already have Hammer like Earlbeard? Could consider at least going back to Crater for checks.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of things still left in the seed here as far as decision making goes. Rock resetting, saving a key, Child Spirit. And Martin and Jay are both going to go upriver.
Yep. Gotta
Rather
get the
than
Jabu
field.
somehow.
Yep.
I don't. Oh, you'd go through field?
I mean, Rock did, so that's already a little bit
okay.
of divergence here.
Damn, I should have paid attention to Rock's stream.
That's
Actually,
why
yeah,
we're both here. That's why we're
Yeah.
both here.
Actually, that's an interesting.
4
idea.
eyes for 4 streams. Well, I guess I have 4 eyes. Do you have 4 eyes?
No, I don't think I do. Last time I checked, I didn't.
Oh, okay. So 8 eyes for 4 restreams. I feel like we can not miss anything, but you know.
Yeah. Very hard paying attention to 4 streams. There's the bomb bag on Lax for Rock Chalk. Probably gonna immediately head to forest, or at least for the fastest way.
I might be a bit more used to it. I really like watching somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 to 12 to 16 streams at once, so...
I remember God, that brings back an anecdote. Just early days of Challenge Cup, I was monitoring like 8 or 9 matches at once, so I was watching like 16 streams.
Oh, nice. Yeah, for moderating, that's a little bit less relaxed, but... It's again why we have the new FPA, not for Season 5, I guess, but in a lot of different other Randomizer tournaments for OoT, doesn't require, active moderation. But
Yeah.
everything's reviewed anyway, so definitely it's nice. It takes the strain off of volunteers like that, so you don't have to do that.
We've got someone following the Dins, probably earlier than I thought anyone would. Rock Chalk in the beginning of Stone Shadow here, behind the Dins that was hinted on the path to Turnrova. Well, that could be still like the wallet for the Mirror Shield. Guess we'll see if this play pays off.
Ooh.
Oh, immediate big chest, damn.
Yeah. It's
It is strength 2. Wow, what a play.
Let's go, Spirit. Nice, yeah. Definitely paying off there. 2 check area, not even checking the second.
I mean, Strength 2 is...
And, oh, he's gonna go...
I think Strength 2 is technically glow mode.
Oh, he's gonna get the hammer.
Yeah. Oh, get the hammer. Oh, right. Maybe not.
That's why he's picking this up before going Spirit, because then you can just follow up Spirit with GCG by reversing.
Yeah, I think
or not.
I think what he wants to do is he wants to go to Forest.
Forest, yeah.
Yeah, Forest then Spirit, then you go GTG because Song of Time is way to hero.
Right, you can still find Iron Boots in Forest from his perspective, so...
oh yeah, for sure.
So I think this is fine. It's definitely risk-averse after doing a very risky thing by going into Stone Shadow there, but...
I think Rockchalk doesn't know the Mirror Shield on Central Pillar.
Does he not?
No, I don't think Rockchalk has seen that hint. So he doesn't know...
Lake or Goron City, I think.
Yeah, I think it's Medigoron, which he hasn't checked.
Yeah. Yeah, no hammer, so...
Oh no. Yeah.
Might prove to be disastrous.
Yep. Because he's thinking he's Iron Boots and Mirror Shield from Go mode.
Right. Yeah, it's gotta be careful after... I mean, he's could be quite a bit ahead of the other rounders at the same time. It really depends on how much they value the Shadow, the Dense hint.
But honestly, I wonder one thing, is if the Mirror Shield and Water is like before or after the boss key.
Right.
Is missing that hint such a big deal?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
Because I don't think I don't honestly think he checks Medigoron hint when he has like 2 full progression dungeons to do. So you might never know.
That Martin doesn't have magic. He actually did skip Domain.
Yeah. Oh, Martin skipped Domain. Okay.
So Martin will be without magic, so will not probably go Shadow. I would imagine after Jabu, he just... If he skips Domain, I think he just goes GCG, and we'll probably see the first GCG play there.
Yep. Yeah, we're Irons and Lights from No Mode, and Irons are likely behind Song of Time in GTG because Temple of Time is path to Morpha.
Yep. And that is for Song of Time. So.
Yep. I guess the one thing now is, where are these lights?
Yeah, that might be a good one to get a bet going for.
Because it could be, like, I have a sneaking suspicion that the seed could go on if the lights are behind Strength 3.
It could be, yeah.
Lights on Bongo could be fun as well. Yeah, my castle is the hint I would be dreading. My castle is a, like, Shadow Temple.
And they know OGC's dead too, so...
Yeah, OGC's dead and they spawn there. We have Rockchalk slowly but surely heading to Forest. We've got Martin and J-Bone in Jabu. It's going to be, what, their 4th medallion for both of them?
Yep, pretty good spot to be in, at least from a time perspective. Really depends on where they go in their individual routes, but Earl Weird is also going to go upriver. I would expect most people go upriver, which is almost, I guess in a weekly, I would be more inclined to go Lake. Just if you haven't done field at that point, it's... If you expect the field at large to kind of go the way that it has for Earl, Martin, and Jay, you can make that play. It's kind of similar to a Shadow Dip.
In a weekly, I probably would have skipped field.
Yeah. It's just it's a lot of time to invest, and overworld movement is the #1 like mind killer in Rando. So.
Yep. Like they would have just done like River Domain Jabu and then. I don't know. Like...
I just watched Dune, okay, so I'm...
Yeah, okay. I understand that. I haven't watched that myself, though. Probably need to get into that.
It's my second viewing.
Oh, okay. I think, do you go Shadow here? That's a really tough question. Like, I know Rockchalk has done Shadow for Strength 2, but are Martin and Jay going to, like, follow him in the same place? Because there is still that Dins on the path to Rova. I mean, Martin's not going to be able to because he missed the magic in domain. Unless he's planning to do it afterwards.
Yeah, Rock doesn't even randomize his music. I don't know. I think he's at a... That's fine, though. I think no music's cool, too.
And yeah, just to answer a bit Snacks, saying even as a new OOT runner, it's hard to route in field. Even as an experienced OOT runner, it's very hard to route in field a lot of the time, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a place where if you get a lot of warp songs, it's very hard to find a good place to route it in. Temple of Time has Song of Time, which cannot be for Water BK, I think. No, it could. I think Song of Time could be way to go for Water BK.
When they have opponents like this, and G2G has like kind of an obvious like future play, I don't think most people will do field. I think it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah,
it's just
anything,
a lot of risk
yeah.
for like a couple minutes, and then you're behind. And what if Riverhead does have something?
I would want to do like field maybe on the way to water, just no serenade. But that's like the only time I can think it to route it in.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I mean, again, it's a not terribly big difference, but it could add up to minutes at the end. You're going to be wishing you did the other one, but you chose wrongly, so...
Yeah, I think it's a little misunderstanding on my part as to how Path worked, but yeah, Song of Time could be for River Chest.
Yep. Depends on where the PK is.
Yep. That's a 1 in 10, essentially.
Oh, well, we know that central pillar is Mirror Shield, though, so it takes...
Oh yeah, 1 in 9. I'm not used to having another hint in water.
Yeah, it's too useful, it's too useful. Take it away.
I mean, half the time it's gonna be hinted as small key. This seed is just very nice to see that Mirror Shield is there.
I wouldn't mind playing this seed, just...
Yeah?
If I wasn't commentating, this would be a pretty okay seed. Not really a lot that's tripping up the runners. A few item locations that might punish you based on your sequencing, but... not too bad. Yet. You don't want to tempt the rando.
Yeah, I was worried about some players with Kokiri Sword, but like Goron City on Path to Goma pretty much absolutely kills that fact. Like you pretty much can't miss Kokiri Sword.
Earl has 4 bottles. Nice.
Nice.
And he's doing domain, so he will also have magic. So really, Martin, will he go domain? Or will he go like GTG? Just because it's just such a good option, I wouldn't blame him either way.
Yeah, do you do domain and leave? Do you do...
And then
do you do the beginning of Shadow? Do you do... Yeah.
Yeah, and what if GTD pays out? Or what if Shadow pays out? Then it gets a little casino-y, but...
Like, we know Shadow pays out, but yeah.
Just based on the hints so far, like, getting into this, like, configuration that the runners have for their items, it's pretty likely, I would say. So that's the big reason why, like, for weekly settings or S5, that's why I really like the goal hints.
Yeah.
Versus just, this is required! Like, just having some annoying,
this
like,
is
robot.
what? Haha,
Like,
get fucked.
Yeah.
You have no idea for what it's what, but it is.
Yeah, it is. I swear it is. Just like, yeah, whatever. I feel like I'll get a lot less frustrated with the hints this way.
Yeah. No more CAC is what? No, but you'll get a million of CAC is Path too.
Yeah, that's also fine. Like, it's the difference between the fire truck is red and the fire truck is red.
The fire truck is on the way.
yeah. Like, a little bit extra info. The red fire truck is on the way. Like, that's like, spicy.
CAC Path gives you okay hints. CAC Watt sometimes just feels like garbage, yeah.
So you know, there's something hot going on if there's firemen coming.
There's Martin done with Jabu.
Yep.
Does Jay do box skip as well? They're both doing box skip.
Yes. Are you a boxer or are you a crater?
I'm a boxer.
Yeah, I'm a boxer too. I box for life. I don't have to think. I can just think about my route while I do that instead of getting frustrated by.
Oh, I mean, no, I did the box skip.
Trick.
Is what I meant.
Oh, you did the box skip?
Yeah.
Oh, well. I can't leave my buddy Boxy behind, so I always bring him with me to the Switch.
Oh, I leave him behind.
Wow.
That's definitely where he belongs. Not gonna move him around.
I guess I'm relocating him from his home, so yeah, it's a bit fucked up, but...
Yeah. Only a little fucked up. There's much more fucked up things in this game, like we said earlier. No, there's no love for Boxy.
Well, someone's gotta love Boxy.
Stan Boxy in this chat. Yeah, it looks like Martin is going back to domain. Yeah. Okay, so it's not gonna miss that magic after all. Meanwhile, Jay's having a lot of fun with that boomerang, just going around Morpha.
Yep, yeah, he's not gonna miss it.
I mean, you should definitely push Spirit, but Rock Chalk is the only one with Strength 2, so he's the only one who can push Spirit.
I do like the sequencing better for Martin, though. Even doing domain afterwards, I think that's totally fine. Like, magic could have been end job, then you just save time on your overworld checks, too. So I think this is actually great, too. Yeah, you get Strength 2 in Jabu, you get Magic in Jabu, you're just like, maybe I skip domain. You know you're not skipping Jabu for sure. No. It's not a recommended play. Yeah. It's only a little slower, I guess, to do domain afterwards. But Jabu tends to not have many items. Yeah. And at this, I mean, it's gonna be a progression anyway, so. Now Stone Jabu. Now Stone Jabu. Now we're talking. Yep. Spicy. Stone Jabu is the spicy play of the year. Oh yeah. You want to do something cool? Consider Stone Jabu. Consider Stone Jabu as your next play. It's neat. Sometimes you just win doing it. It's cool. Yep. Specifically like doing the first 3 checks in Stone Jabu. I generally do that myself if I have Boomerang, but Baronade just seems to take too much time. Yeah, just dipping it for the first 3 is fine. I think no one likes to do Baronade. It's a multiple minute check, so... But at the same time, if I'm doing Stone Jabu, I'm likely doing Baronade. Because if I'm doing Stone Jabu, it's likely very late in the scene. Stone Jabu it is. Yep, going into Lake. Just being thorough here, because otherwise, if you miss an item here on Martin's side, that would be really bad, yeah. So, doing the safe play here. And I think without Serenade, yeah. If you know you're never getting Serenade, then doing this now is pretty much the only time to ever do this. Yep. And he can just safe quit back to Temple of Time. He has Prelude anyway, but even if he didn't. So Jay, now having completed Jabu, is also going into Lake. Probably for the same reasons. Earl is almost through Jabu, is almost to the checks. Yep. Jay's did all this work for the first 3, it's just, that's also why a lot of people don't like going Stone Jabu. And it's pretty time negative if it's a time loss, so it's understandable. And to get there even, there's no Serenade this C2, like, it starts to add up. Yep, Rock in the meantime is like almost done with Forest, probably gonna be, is gonna be heading to Spirit afterwards. Yeah. I would imagine. Yeah, I think that's where he's going with Requiem at least, because where else are you going? Don't think, I mean, I guess you could, like, after Forest, go out of the field. Yeah, you go get Song of Time. I mean, you can also pick up Song of Time after Spirit. Yeah, but then you're at Temple of Time, and you're gonna go through field to get to GG, rather than just jumping up the Spirit Hand. Yeah. You know, I mean, I generally like.
I don't rip off the Spirit Hand often, I think, because I always want to do the boss key chest in Spirit.
Yeah, that's fair. I think skipping the boss key chest there is also a play to consider.
Yeah, I see a
Depends
lot
on
of
if you have
people doing
long
that.
shot or not, or
Yeah.
or hook, for that matter. But I've also seen a hooker along in that chest before, so you know.
Seen out of logic first bow in that check very often.
Ooh, yeah, spicy.
It's always lovely knowing like this check requires both a hookshot and a bow, and you're just there like, okay, use Fire Slug. And we're done.
Something that I think a lot of newer runners struggle with is just not valuing the stone dungeons as dungeons themselves, because that's the biggest thing, is that, yeah, they're not progression, but, you know, stone shadows a whole lot better than stone water. So I think there's still a lot of give there in terms of, like, your decision and selection of your sequencing. Looks like Jay's going for field.
Yeah, Jay's going for field, Martin's for GTG.
Wow,
Ooh.
okay.
Just reverses straight to GTG, okay.
Well, he doesn't have strength 2, so doesn't know that it has to be where Rock found it. The other strength is on Bigoron. So that could lead to a big decision point here.
Especially if something is like, especially if Iron Boots are maybe strength 2 locked. It's actually a very like, probably a more curious decision is not deciding to follow the Dins out of Jabu, and instead choosing to, I guess, follow Song of Time. Yeah, Deku is a very confusing path here. You've got Dins, you've got a wallet.
I like the question marks on the items too.
Yep. I think there was Din's wallet and Goron Tunic in Deku Tree. Definitely a confusing path.
Yeah, it's
So I think, if I remember correctly, I don't know if there was a key. Oh, Rockjock, please just abandon this. I hate this trick so much.
For what?
Getting the right side Deku hint with no items.
Yeah, I
But also,
I don't do that either.
Adult doesn't even need a side hop to do that. But as Adult, you can just roll and jump over.
I just go the long way every time. Again, something that I can do while thinking about my routing. So I'm just more likely to do something like that, but a lot of variation.
Jay here crossing the entirety of field to get the Boulder of Destiny. But we'll see. I guess we'll see our first Spirit play and our first GTG play at the same time.
That's a lot of overworld movement, but if you're all missing really a strength too to open up Spirit, it's not the worst thing in the world. Still a lot of checks even. Just not super duper efficient. Especially when you have opponents starting, or basically starting with EC. You know, we had ZL, it was fairly early on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, the Iron Boots on Fortress Roof. Oh, damn.
Going straight to
well, that is
water
glow mode for us.
For Martin, yeah.
Except Martin sees the Iron Boots, but it's gonna go into GTG because he doesn't have strength 2.
Still no idea where light arrows are. I guess it's pretty much the only thing.
Yeah. But that means Song of Time is waiting here because Waterbeak is in River Chest. Or it's path to more mirrors on Central Pillar, yeah, it was hinted. So this is glow mode. For at least us on Restream, it's just whoever gets to the items faster. I mean, you get 2 small keys, you pick up the mirror shield, and then you go River Chest, yeah. I say, Martin, you know this is foolish, Rip. seems to have and even dives on the way. Yep, remembered that it was foolish and dived. But it seems like Rock Chalk's in a very good position here, I think.
The simplest way you can explain it.
Yep.
Even though it's not entirely accurate.
It's not entirely accurate, but yeah, it's a easiest way. Strengths are in Shadow Temple map chest. And where did I miss the other?
For what?
Strength 1.
Oh, it was on... I can get this. This was on...
Oh yeah, Child Spirit. Right. Sorry.
Yeah, Child Spirit. Yeah, that was it.
Mm-hmm. And Big Ron has the third one, yeah.
Yeah, now we do know that's Strength 3. Well, I guess we don't totally... Well, I guess we do know.
Yeah, we know Strength 3 is there, we just don't know how to get it.
Yeah. Trying to think of ways in which we could have, like, missed something. But I think it's pretty airtight.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Also, again, why I think this would be a good one to play, just in general. It's not, like, confusing, it doesn't send you all over the place, you know.
Yeah,
not
this one
wallet
seems like...
tunic paths or anything like that.
Seems like a fairly easy seed to follow.
Yeah. Nice, relaxing scene.
Always the nice ones. Guess that's not how it works, Snacks. You can roll good seeds for everybody else, but not for yourself. Because the generator definitely knows when you're trying to roll a seed for yourself, or just for like some chill practice. Gives you 50 scold nonsense.
Ooh, the hover boots. Okay, that might push players toward Shadow then.
Oh, and big bows. Damn.
Yeah, big pose. This is a great spot to be in, too. Kind of a contentious check, I would say. I don't think a lot of people like doing big pose.
Oh, I'm on my
As
system again.
evidence of cutting it down from the glorious 10 to 1. Ugh. And bring back 10 pose for Season 6. Let's go.
Oh god, why?
It's therapeutic.
Therapeutic. Yeah, I'd love to do 10 big bows on like 2 bottles.
No, 1 bottle.
1 bottle, I see.
Yeah. With the entrance to Pogai randomized. If you like that.
That's even more cruel.
Okay, but if it was hinted Song of Storms on Pogai, what would you do? Would you
That's
still
even
go
worse.
for it? Would you still go for it?
How many bows is it? Do I know it's like 10?
You know, it's enough to be hinted. To be an always hint, so that's 3
okay.
or more.
I would probably check the Pogai just to see how many. If I could find, like,
He
because
says
assumingly... Fuck. And it gives storms?
Yeah.
Is there any entrance randomizer in the seed, or are we just talking like...
Not dungeons. This is from
Of
an
course
RSL
not.
seed
Yeah.
that I did.
So you've got like, what, grottos, scrubs...
Assume all entrance random is not on, except...
dungeons?
Dungeons were not. I think it was... It might have been simple indoor or something.
I think I wouldn't go for it at first. But like, I probably don't want to delay it for too long.
Yeah. It just locked, like, I think 2 dungeons and so many checks, so I just went for it, and that's how I won that race, but...
Okay, nice.
Not a soul went for it before I finished.
Yeah, I don't think I would either.
Yeah, I mean it's tough to do that, but when it's a useful song like that, it's like it's not a warp song. So if warp song rando were on, then you know it's not inherently risky.
Yeah, and just to answer a small question in chat, Rockchuck would be in go mode with the Iron Boots, but doesn't know the Mirror Shield on Central Pillar. It seemed... I don't know if he hasn't seen the hint.
Ooh. Yeah, I did.
But I think he
It'll
doesn't
be interesting
know.
to see if he skips that.
Yeah.
Where Jay skipped the long shot. We'd have two runners that skip something.
Yeah, the hint was on Medigoron, so he probably doesn't know.
Okay, strength 2 there for Earl. Gonna keep going.
Oh, Earl is continuing. Maybe... Doesn't Earl know it's... I don't know if Earl knows either.
I think he does. I want to say he does, but...
Oh yeah, Earl had Hammer, so he checked it. Right. I think I remember that.
Yeah, he was the first one to find Hammer on Restream.
And there's Rockchuck picking up the Iron Boots. Is
Very
Mirror
nice.
Shield from Go
Same
mode
thing,
because
same time
no
as Jay,
idea.
too.
Yep.
But I think it's pretty likely that you go Spear first, set your fours, because you probably have from Graveyard, and then just go GTG at that point.
Yeah, so Rockchuck's just gonna completely ignore fighting the guard here, probably heading to water soon. Yeah, heading to water right away.
And those hover boots, that's why that's even such a spicy thing in this seed specifically, because if you don't go that way, if you go a different way like reverse, or if you think everyone's going to go reverse and not Pogai, it adds a lot of value to Pogai, so I do like that play a lot.
I'm just wondering if he gets bitten into Shadow looking for long shot, or looking for long shot, because that would be like the only item he would be missing. I mean, he would find
I would
strength
assume
too.
he goes deeper into Shadow, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, fire arrows, okay. Bowlocked and Fortress.
Like, depending on where the first finish is. But I think we're seeing our first, I think this is our first GTG clear?
Yep, I don't think we've seen it yet.
Oh yeah, I think Martin said forwards went, so this is our first GTG clear. I think that this water play will show us if Rockchuck actually knows.
Surprised he didn't go Shadow, but I mean, he's already headed this direction anyway, so you'd have to make that decision way sooner.
Yeah.
He's gonna see the maze here. Not seen this yet. Rocks
I'd be
and water,
shocked if there's a
Martin's
big
and
chest
water.
in the maze.
Reels and Spirit.
Martin's getting the boss key in a few minutes, assumedly. So I think there's nothing else Song of Time is way to hero for, or on the path to Morph for.
Yep. I would assume as much here. Let's get a peek in just a few seconds.
Yeah, there it is. A little hard to see through the gate, but yeah.
And there's a clearer view. I usually like to jump to it because it's more exciting.
Oh, there's... Okay.
Yeah, you can just jump to it.
Oh, has Martin seen the hint? Oh, Martin has not seen the hint for the Mirror Shield either. It's not on his note sheet.
Oh. Oh.
So he's probably gonna go back to GTG. Oh no, that hint is killing people today.
There's only at Medigoron? We know that?
I think we've only seen Medigoron.
I would assume it's Backlake too, and that's also why people haven't gotten to it.
Backlake, like
because of
back
Valley
of Pyro
Foolish.
Castle.
Yeah. And you have Epona pretty much at the beginning, so all these things add up. Just makes a lot of sense why you wouldn't go for it. in this sea.
Mhm.
People don't usually like to stick around water anyway. Only 4 items.
Alright, this
possible
right here. What is Rock Chalk doing? The central pillar?
Oh, there's the central pillar.
Yep. Okay, Rock Chalk's gonna be in go.
Alright.
Or in glow at least.
Whoa, yeah. Have not seen the light arrows yet.
Unless he decides to just change the water level to 2.
I mean, he has to go get them, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe he got 2 keys and now he's doing this. Yeah, okay, okay. There he goes. I think that'll be the question I want to ask Rockchuck in the interview is, did he know about that hint?
Yeah.
This play, I assume he does. But I actually don't know if he checked it.
Could have saved a little bit of time if he lit that and then went up to the 3rd level and then just enter. One of the great things about having dens there.
Hmm.
So I could have saved on the 2nd level play, but... Might not have, have magic. So maybe that was...
I'm actually not sure if, how that trick with Dins works for Central Pillar. Do you just just stand above it at 2nd level and then turn the water up to 3rd and it's still open?
Yeah, it still opens.
Okay.
Why does it do it? I don't know the specifics. I just know that you can do that.
Just know it works.
I don't think fire arrows makes it work that way.
Okay.
I've never tried it though. I've always done it with Dins,
I mean,
so maybe it does. It's just that torch or something.
Probably a little harder to aim with fire arrows from 3rd level.
Yeah, well, just a little bit. We're seeing small chests here in the maze.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've seen any big chests there. It's gonna. Oh, he's gonna go to Shadow.
Yep.
Got the Dens out. Got the Ferrars out. Gonna lead him to Strength 2.
He has the Strength 2. That'll lead him to nothing, unfortunately. But
yeah, he'll come back GTG and check the Strength 2 off stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine. And then if it, doesn't have anything, well, you just go back Nocturne, go back Shadow. Looks like he's getting hammered though.
A Rock Truck don't get stuck under that.
Ooh.
I've definitely done that quite a few times. Try to jump slash to that block and just realize it's just a little too far.
Yep. And it looks like Earl is now heading to GTG. Makes a lot of sense.
Finding the hammer.
Yep. Now Jay could get baited by hammer, but looks like he is going to go into Shadow.
Mm-hmm. But depending on light arrow location, Rock Shot could be done, what, in about 15-20 minutes?
Rock Shock showing just how long the long shot shots.
Yep.
Ooh, getting bullied by this Tektite.
I hate these Tektites so much.
They suck, yeah.
Dude, there you go.
The second one get in on the action.
Yep.
Beating up Rock Shock. Let's go.
Like, no, you're not doing this.
Yeah.
A little higher, a little lower. There you go.
Oh my god, the Mafia! Oh,
and the oh my god! The Tektite Mafia after Rock Shock today.
They're coming! They're coming, Link!
Yep.
You didn't pay your rent.
Didn't pay the rent. It's okay, Rock Shock's gonna pay his rent season 4 today.
The Tektites heard you. They definitely heard you. They're like,
yep.
He doesn't like him? Well, neither will this guy.
Yeah, Earl has strength 2. Earl is actually probably the closest contender, I think.
Oh yes, he's been doing pretty much the same thing as Rock, for the most part. They both did extended, well not extended, just let's say normal child length. segment, rather than early adult, which Jay and Martin did, which kind of led him to GTG. It otherwise wouldn't have. So, but I mean, is it really affecting much? I mean, Jay just went Shadow anyway. It's probably where Martin's going to go to. It's the only place to go with Ice Cavern being foolish.
And Yang, the big decisions this seed where you're seeing the Medi go on hint. Were you going to like what Shadow? Were you gonna read into the Deku hint more than just like, okay, it's probably a wallet for the central pillar logic?
That's the danger of Way the Heroes and now Path areas that have multiple items. It's always, there's some bit of ambiguity sometimes with them, so it can be a little bit frustrating.
Yeah,
it's like that.
But I think in this case, it's probably good to follow the Dins because it's not very likely that
clears
that wallet.
More checks.
Yeah, and it's not likely that that wallet, like that Mirror Shield hardlocks another wallet, or like.
But it's a lot
that
of
Mirror Shield hardlocks Zora Tunic.
It's a lot of slower checks with, as well. So you could just do wallet checks beforehand. So you could use the same reason for two different arguments on routing, which is why this game is fascinating. That's why we come back to play it.
Let's see with hover boots. Yeah, if you find hover boots, then Shadow looks even better. I don't think you set forwards and water here, honestly.
Yeah, that's fine. You can right opponent a lake, whatever.
And I think he has forwards and spirit, I believe.
Yeah, same as Earl. They both win Spirit because of the strength. Set it at the top near BK. Best room to set it in, probably.
Yeah, and then reverse to GDG, found irons, went to water.
Yep.
I was getting Mirror Shield.
Yep. Meanwhile, Jay's now entering Spirit, so a little bit delayed, but he's going to be delayed further by his long shot. And Martin's in GTG, could still find lights in here.
Yep.
So this might all still be required, and he's not really behind at all.
Actually, yeah, even knowing the Mirror Shield is in water, Jay's still doing this first. I'm kind of wondering about that play. Do you just like hope long shots in here? So you can do water in one trip without Serenade?
That's probably his line of thinking, I would guess. I don't think it's a bad reason. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's fine going for either one. It just depends on which one you think of first.
Because I feel
it depends the speed of decision making. Like when it's that close, it's like, just pick one. I
feel like even maybe you can go water, find BK, set forwards, and then just go Spirit, because Spirit isn't like too bad to reclimb either.
Right.
Or at least it's worse than getting to water without Serenade, I feel.
I would say so. I would rather leave it in GTG. Just the speed of checks there once you have all your items too, once you get the strength too.
Yep. But like big turns out oh, what is this play?
What?
Why? Oh, he has forwards wind. Right, I'm stupid. I was like, why is Chuck going back into Shadow? Just like, right, forwards.
It's just a fashionable thing to do, just going back into Shadow.
Yep.
Earl also has that in the same location, I believe.
So it's just getting two keys, getting near, then forwards, using forwards in to get back. No lights in Spirit, it seems like. So I think that is the last check in here.
Lights on Rova, maybe?
Yeah, could be lights on Rova. Could be... I think Martin's full clear GTG minus strength 2 stuff. I think... Did Jay clear GTG?
No. We did about the same amount, except he put forwards there.
Okay.
And I think Martin did too. So they both have that in GTG versus Spirit. Without strength, I mean, there's nowhere else to put it too, so
yeah,
it makes a lot of sense.
I feel like the likeliest place is probably Ganon's castle for lights.
Yeah.
But then that brings the question
at this point I would kind of figure that as well, but if you're one of these runners that doesn't have the Mirror Shield hint, then what do you do? I mean, that gets very perilous for sure.
I think
it's like he's gonna do toilet.
I think both Martin and Jay have seen it.
Yeah, this looks like a toilet play.
Oh yeah, Martin hasn't seen it, that we know.
I don't think he has. I mean, if he has, like...
If he has, he hasn't marked it down.
Yeah, I mean, he's still looking for strength anyway, so...
Mm-hmm.
Even if he did have it, this is still a fine play. I mean,
Yeah.
still missing the strength.
Oh, Lights and Shadow would be pretty terrible for a few of our runners.
Shadow or my castle, let's go.
Yep.
That's what I want to see. That's what Shadow wants to see.
Yeah, I definitely want to see my castle just because the seed has been too nice.
Yeah, where's the beef?
Where's the beef of this? It's gonna be like an hour-long hunt for the adult trade item. It's gonna be prescription.
Yeah, back in my day, weekly seeds were a little tougher. Waving my cane at the young runners.
Yeah. You have CSMC these days, you don't even have to open every chest.
Wow. Imagine seeing items.
For
Item models, what?
Yeah. Yeah, you can see freestanding items. I don't remember when that was introduced.
What?
Freestanding item models for, like, accurate?
Season 3?
Season 3?
Because it wasn't there season 2. Or
Okay.
it was just implemented maybe for season 2. I don't remember, but it was a while ago. It's a lot of seeds ago. How many seeds ago do you think that was?
I have no idea. I like went back to my seeds folder and saw like, oh yeah, you know, I think this weekly seeds is like the 930
I don't know an exact
thousand on the
number.
website.
I don't know an exact number because I don't like to keep count for that, but I know generally about how many. It's like saying how many cheeseburgers you've eaten in one sitting. It's
I don't
not really
know.
a stat.
Wait, in
I
one
like to
sitting?
share. Yeah.
I don't even think I have a stat for that. Mine is like 2.
Oh, how many cheeseburgers in one sitting?
Yeah, in one sitting.
I mean, which cheeseburgers we're talking? There's a lot of variations between cheeseburgers.
Like a basic
you got
fucking
cheese, you got the
cheeseburger.
burger. I mean,
Like anything that can be
know.
qualified as a cheeseburger.
anything? Okay.
Anything. Not even normal McDonald's cheeseburger, just anything that's a cheeseburger.
I think I know the actual record for myself. So I would say the number for that would be lower, because I've only done that once.
Okay.
So I would say like 2.
Yeah.
But I've
2
definitely eaten 3 or 4 in one sitting.
Yeah, I think 2 is my max. I prefer
If you're not
hamburger
eating all day,
cheeseburgers.
you can get pretty hungry, so definitely worth a convention or 2.
Done some volunteering, but the food is never that good.
Yeah. So you have to eat 2 to make up for the taste.
Yep. Or it's just like those little sandwiches.
Oh yeah.
It's either like ham paste, egg paste, or like turkey paste.
Right. Yeah, here's Rockshot going into Ganon's castle. There has been no finishers yet.
Yep.
Again,
Gonna
the
be our
bot will
first
tell
on
us, so
rescreen.
yeah.
With a light arrow hint.
What is he gonna say?
What is even left to say? It's been hard to keep track of like what these runners have done and not, and I wouldn't be surprised about any locations this seed, honestly, because in seeds as fast as this, you can skip a lot of things.
That would be pretty cool.
Fountain would be mean.
Yeah.
Domain would be funny.
Unfortunately, that's not possible.
Yeah. King
Yeah.
Sora's dead. Right. Forgot about that. Yeah, Fountain would be funny. Just like as a last, hey, you have to come here anyway.
Yeah, just go back. Without Bolero or Minuet, too.
Yep.
That's a yikes. Although it's probably just on Burning Cack, so you probably just play Nocturne, get that, play that, go. Well, I guess Bolero's on OoT, so you know it'd have to be Minuet. This is bigger on sword, too.
Okay, if it's in
Fairly
fire,
healthy
if it's in fire, you're not doing AD for Bolero to get into fire. Especially
Yeah,
when
thankfully
fire
we
is a
don't have to do
stone.
that. Yeah, play a seed where you have to play all in logic.
Yeah, estimated
If
4
you go out of
hours.
logic, you're DQ'd.
That is so hard.
Walk into spirit.
Walk at the spirit and immediately get DQ'd.
Yeah. You're not supposed to be here.
You're not supposed to be here because like you crossed out of logic or you got Requiem out of logic here.
Mm-hmm. It'd be so funny.
Mm-hmm. At this rate, we could be here for 4 hours. It really depends on what Ganondorf says. There are still terrible locations left. So what is it?
All smug like
no.
saying Shadow. Let's
It's
go.
Shadow.
Let's go. Clap him out.
Yep.
Nice. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. But he doesn't have hovers, so that might complicate matters.
When do
now,
you do
where
big
were those
pose?
hovers?
Big pose.
Big pose, right. So, you got your Poe clearing pants on, or what,
Yep. I mean, when do you do pose?
The gold scale and
gold scale, nice.
I think it had...
Like, essentially, Rock Chalk's hoping for Hover Boots chest. But this is where reversing to GGG could cost.
Yeah, it really could.
So this seed's actually, like, I guess in the seed you didn't want to reverse to GTG. You want to go through field, but like, ugh. Still feels terrible to go through field.
It's not something anyone's really gonna go for without field like being Way of the Hero or Valley or any of these like kind of tertiary like areas that get unlocked by that. So I don't know.
Yeah. Now he's gonna see that this is probably. I think this was a key.
And it's an overworld check in a kind of sparse location, but they do have Prelude, so
even with Prelude, I don't think.
It's a fast check, regardless with only being one. So
yeah, there's the key. Now, Rock Chalk, where do you go?
Where indeed, yeah. Equipping Dens and playing Nocturne, okay. Oh, he's gonna get the hammer. Oh.
Gonna get hammered. Gonna get Minuet. Maybe go to fire.
Fire? Ugh. Say it ain't so. Rock's in such a good position too. That'd be so cruel and unusual, but this is random. We could be here for 4 hours.
Something really funny in my head right now is just like I play with multi-world. Like I played the multi-world tournament with Rock Chalk, and we always referred to like big poses or win condition check. Because like we run a lot of races by just our one shot doing a big pose.
Ooh, but he's playing Requiem.
Yep.
It's just too good of a location to ignore, I think, for a lot of racers. So they're going to be really caught off guard when the first finisher comes in, I think.
Yeah. Oh, but there's the Prelude.
I've only been watching restream, so I don't know.
Big pose? But is Bottle Hammer? Let's see.
Oh.
What the?
Okay, changing his mind. Oh, okay. Huh.
Immediately.
Okay.
Sniffing out those Hover Boots.
I guess. He's saved by your multi-world team.
Yep, I think. I believe he's got that on the mind. Or at least I hope he does. No.
I'll trust you. I mean, you're his teammate, so you should know.
Rockdog, please remember.
Oh, he's baiting us here.
No, don't even check the hint.
Or he might be thinking this is the way to GTG.
Oh
and
no!
I can do these checks along the way. Nope.
There's the Eponas. Martin got hovers, heading to Shadow.
Oh, nice. He's gonna run into that second strength, so the hovers there being nice, but actually being required to see this well.
Come on. Oh, he turned right. I think this is it.
He's going for it. He's going for it. So he's gonna be the first player here in Go mode to be the first player to have the most done in Shadow, be 6 medallions completed.
Turn around, Rock Chalk. Turn around. Okay.
Has the mirror shield on lockdown, so
yep.
Really one of the tougher parts about the seed, probably.
Yeah, especially if you don't see that Medigoron hint. That Mirror Shield is deadly.
Really underlying the real strength of these hints. It's great. It's great to have.
I'm
But
gonna
if you
go
miss
heat up my
one-
brownie.
Yeah, all good. Oh, brownies.
Salted caramel too.
Oh,
Really fucking good. But there's Rock Chalk picking up the hovers, heading back to Shadow for those lights. Very, very well played. Second check after leaving castle immediately finds go mode.
which chest will it be?
Could be Bongo.
Could be. To roll a what? How many checks left? 10?
There's
Eight?
we've seen one key, one item,
I've seen the first two, yeah. I've seen-
16 checks left, but 11 items.
Okay, so I wasn't too far off from my instinct.
I hope I'm not microwaving that for too long.
All I know is Shadow good. That's it.
Shadow good. You were calling it from the beginning.
Kind of was, wasn't I?
Oh god, the caramel's boiling.
Oh no.
That was definitely too long.
Actual lava temperature brownies. Now that is rare.
Yep. Actual lava temperature. Yep. It's not even like the chocolate cooling brownies. It's just straight up lava.
Yeah, I wonder if like the lava style brownies are actually taste better heated to such a degree. What do you think?
I think heated to such a degree they just don't exist.
Well, the actual lava, sure. Okay, you got me there.
Yeah, and you're probably not going to eat lava. Or at least ZSR doesn't
Probably
recommend
not.
eating lava.
Okay, Martin going back to GCG. He's gonna check strength 2 checks here and be a little disappointed. And water's gonna be one of the last places he thinks of retreading, no matter, you know, just going to it. So, like,
Yeah,
even if he does, like, go back Shadow, that would not be the worst thing.
Ah, there's that claim check.
Now that we
In
know
Shadow
what it's-
Temple.
Yep.
So both strengths are locked behind Shadow.
Pretty sick.
Yep. Earl doesn't seem to have hovers either. Wonder how he'll fare in a search for hover boots. I think we have everything. We haven't seen second magic. I think we're missing one slingshot maybe? And one wallet.
Yeah, pretty much have all the items at this point.
Such a fast time too for it. Okay, but counter argument, Greg is not an important item.
Been a pretty linear seed. Aside from the hovers, the mirror field locations, especially if you don't have any hits. A little brutal, but it's not been too bad.
Yeah.
It's gonna sub 3 for sure.
Yeah, this is definitely a sub 3 if you like just completely rock the seed like Rock Chalk did.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
It's in the name, it's in the name.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of things can go wrong in the seed, as I think our other runners on Restream can show right now. Like Jay failing too early on, Stone DC not finding the long shot, and Martin missing the mirror shield hint because he didn't check Medigoron.
Jay finding the bow.
Oh, the bow on water became nice. That's 4 keys in Shadow already. Oh, could be our light arrows right here.
So... Oh. It could be very likely.
There are the light arrows, not too
There
far
we go. There we go. And if Aurora's win back, still no finisher, so He's in a great spot here on restream.
Mm-hmm.
And while Earl's about to get the hint and also be in the same situation, will he do big pose? Where will he go exactly? It'll be interesting to see.
I wonder if
Again,
he'll do the
there's
same
not that
thing.
much left though at the same
Yeah.
time. So it's,
I wonder if he just does like field to GTG again, like Rock
more
Chalk was
checks.
planning
He
to.
skipped field earlier. He didn't do field. It was Jay that did field.
Yeah,
And I think that's the only person on restream that's on field.
but also only the I think the only other person to get like hover boots in a fairly early manner. I think no, Martin has them too.
Yeah, they both have them. I mean, it's gonna save time for sure. Versus like what Earl and Rock have to do here. But yeah, again, I don't think there's that many checks
Oh,
left. So.
but there's our first finisher.
GG's to no stranger to Cariosa. Yes, 2:22:04. GG's to him.
Big GG's.
So I would assume some kind of like execution, possibly. I mean, that time difference, like a 5-minute thing is usually, or he got hovers on his way and wasn't in Rock's position and Earl position and just had hovers and just went to Shadow after he got the hit. That's probably where the time save came from.
Mm-hmm. If you're not just looking for hovers after.
Right.
But there's Earl weird.
Yeah, just staring at the hints for a couple seconds, like, oh.
You're like, oh, seriously? Okay.
Well, shit.
I think Earl Weird actually did both checks.
The good thing for Earl is that somebody's finished already, so he's in a position where he could metagame himself into the right answer or the wrong answer. Depending on what he's
metagaming is going to be dangerous here.
Well, he's exiting Ganon's, I mean, he's definitely going to check Ganon's.
Yeah, he's going to check Ganon's for sure.
Yeah. Don't think it's a bad decision. Definitely check Vince.
Yep. And also, for the question in chat, using Bottle on Ganondorf is just... Essentially, it's a good thing to do because Bottle has a very, very long, I'd say.
Huge hitbox.
Yeah, huge hitbox and very long duration. So it's very easy to knock back the balls with it.
The other options, of course, spin slashing, which is, well, it depends on how good you are at spin slashing, but that can also be a little bit trolly sometimes, but... or you can just use your sword, but that's not recommended for a lot of reasons. Mostly because it's slow.
Oh, you just found second magic in Water Trial. Very nice.
Yep.
There is simply no way to get that second magic as your first. Because you can't get into Shadow without magic to get another strength.
Right.
And with the final hit, looks like Rockchalk probably going to get second overall on the race. Very well played.
Yeah, GG's to Rockchalk here. We'll know his time in just a second. A couple seconds.
I'm gonna have jinxed in that someone's gonna finish like right now.
Doesn't look like it. I mean, I believe in Rockchalk here. I believe he rocked it. And
there it is.
24. We'll see what the bot says for the actual. Yeah, 53. Nice.
People
Okay.
53 GG's.
Yeah, fairly quick seed, fairly linear, but he swung him all of his checks in a pretty coherent order, I would say. Great order for the seed. And finishes at second overall, so...
Guess we'll see if he wants to join us for an interview.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to go refill my water so my voice doesn't crack, so I'll be right back.
Alright. And looks like the answer for the interview is yes. Just waiting now. We see Martin finding the hammer in that big chest. J-Bone on his way to getting the boss key in water, still missing that long shot on King Dodongo. Do we think Martin goes back to water before Jay goes back to DC? That's going to be the big race, I think, on this restream, is who does what first. I likely think Martin could find Mirror Shield first if he sees the hint for it. And I don't think Jay's going back to DC for some time. Earl right now looks like that is an opponent's song, and looks like it could be straight going for pose. Let's see what our other runners are doing. So Jay's getting the BK. Martin's heading back up the mountain. I'm not exactly sure where he's going. I think what does he have left in that area? Might be going to Fountain, but then again, I very much doubt that. And here we're joined by Rockchalk. GG's.
GG. Oh, my mic's far away. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
sounds a lot better now. What a seed, huh?
Yeah. That was very interesting for sure.
I'm actually wondering a few things.
Mhm.
Did you see the Mirror Shield hint?
I did, yeah.
You did? Okay, I wasn't sure about that one either.
Mhm. I don't know. I got super lucky at the end too, so
Yeah,
take those.
immediately went for big pose with hover boots. Did you just want to do like field into GTG or?
Yeah, that was the plan. At that point, I was just gonna be super thorough because it could honestly be on any check. So I figured full clear field, full clear lake, full clear GTG, and then by that point it'll be kind of not much left.
Yep. Otherwise, like just very good routing overall. That was. Let's see. Emo said it was a fairly linear seed. I kind of disagree, but it was still a very nice seed overall. I wanted to ask something, but then I forgot the question.
No worries. I feel like if you miss the Medigoron or the Mirror Shield hint, this seed kind of sucks. But other than that, it's not the worst.
Yeah. While I remember this, you shield flicked it quite a bit, seeing the hammer on Composer Grave Chest.
Oh right. I was hoping that was the hovers just right there, but then it
Yep,
was
just
the
right
hammer.
there, out of shadow, like, hey, hovers, and just like, nope,
Yep.
not what that is. And meanwhile, yeah, we're seeing Earl Weird pick up the claim check in shadow. We had a good laugh at that on Restream as well, because it just like we had no idea where our claim check was for the longest time, and I thought that we were just gonna find claim check for strength 2, but then we ended up finding, or you ended up finding the strength 2 in shadow first.
Huh.
So like seeing that claim check in shadow, also locking that third strength there, very very nice.
Yeah, shoutouts to Deku Path of Rova.
Yep. I'll see like. Yeah, Deku Path to Rova, we even thought like it could have been maybe the wallet because of
Yeah,
Mirror
that's what I
Shield
was
on
thinking
Control
too.
Pillar. But still very well played on following the Dins, as we see like Martin heading into fire, wondering what has happened in the seed.
That's not good.
Mm-hmm.
I see he's missing the Mirror Shield, so
Yep.
I assume he missed the hint.
Yeah, has not seen the hint at all.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Yep. That Medigoron hint, man. Just very annoying to check sometimes. I don't think we ever saw the copy of that hint either. Just had like Medigoron back of Lake and then back of Hyrule Castle probably.
Yeah, that's the only place I saw it.
And Jay is unfortunately missing long shot.
Oh no.
Yeah, because saw the hook shot, did the bridge, and then bailed on DC to go do forest. So has not been back there.
So he already had strength and bow at that point.
Yeah, I think you were the only one going into DC without bow and strength.
Interesting. I guess that kind of makes sense. Oh, I mean, Slingshot was on. Slingshot was on Man on Roof.
I think both Martin and Jay went or like did ranch and then immediately went adult, so got the slingshot intact.
That makes sense.
I think only you and Earl did like longer child sections. Earl, especially long child section.
I definitely contemplated going adult after Lon Lon, but I just always feel like that's not the best because there's this song out at SFM as child, and you're kind of like orphaning that.
And I'll see. Yeah, as soon as I saw the hint, like we knew hovers were on big post from Jay doing it. I was thinking in my head like, oh, please remember multi-world rock.
Oh no, that was actually part of my reasoning. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god. I knew it. I was up here just like, okay, remember the WinCon rock talk is gonna be on big post. And then of course it absolutely is.
It's funny.
Yep. Chat has any questions for Rockchalk? Like, feel free to ask them now. Emo's currently gone refilling water, so Don't know if he has any questions himself. Do you have any questions for us in general?
Honestly, not really. I feel like it wasn't too difficult of a seed.
Yeah, definitely. It was cool seeing the a lot of the things that S5 brought to the table, like with the Ice Cavern Foolish back, or
Oh yeah, that
seeing
was a
that
great hint.
that
That was the
central
best
pillar.
hint of the game.
Yep. Seeing that central pillar mirror shield hint of just like pretty much every player like taking a double back on it. Like, wait, what did that just say?
Yeah, I read it too fast, and I'm still not used to some of the new sometimes hints, so I have to like reread it sometimes.
Yep.
And I thought I saw a shield when I read that, but I didn't really see what check and water temple it was. So I'm glad I did
A
because
lot of sometimes hints in water now.
yeah.
There's Earl picking up the lights. Jay's on Twin Rowan now. Honestly, wondering whenever he'll go back for a long shot, that's going to be difficult for him. And Martin
Where was
going
the gold
deeper.
scale?
Oof, that is a. I think it's behind. Oh yeah, it's behind. It's in GTG behind the silver block.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, Earl's finding the light arrows. Going to be finishing very soon. So either probably gets a good placement, third or fourth, maybe top 5. I guess we'll see.
Very nice. I'm honestly not surprised that Cariosa beat me on this one. This is kind of the seed that Cariosa destroys, I feel like.
Yeah, Cariosa is a very good player and just destroys a lot of seeds that look like this. They're just like down to maybe one hint or one item.
Man is just insane sometimes, but gotta respect it.
Yep. Did you ever like fear that you could have like maybe missed something early on the jet seed, or did you feel like you had a pretty good control over it?
I feel like the only 3 checks that I was super worried about, up until like the Shadow Temple revelation is Din's Fairy, Lens Game, and Cuckoo's. Because those are the only 3 checks left that I had in Child.
Okay.
And
Those
I
are very
was
hard to
gonna do
rock back
Lens Game and
together.
Din's before going adult, but I didn't feel like it, so
Yeah,
I
and you just
didn't.
found I think like the bow and the strength in Child, and you're just like, okay, I can rush a bit.
That strength was the main factor, honestly. Because I figured, well, if I go adult, I can get the Temple of Time, or I can get the Light Arrow cutscene, and then see if the song is going to be Path to Morpha.
Yeah. I think on the restream we already knew at that point what was Path to Morpha, because like we'd figured out it had to be Song of Time because we saw Lax incredibly early. So, and I was here thinking like, okay, so it's gonna be Song of Time because like irons are in GTG or something behind Song. But I didn't completely forgot that Song of Time could have been for like Water BK. So we saw irons on Fortress Hoop and we're like, oh right, we know where Water BK is. So Path Hint definitely very useful there.
Yeah. That's
Got a
also
little sidetracked there, but GG's to Rock Chalk.
Thank you.
Sorry for butting in here into the booth.
You're good. Yeah, I was kind of talking about Felix since you missed it, but yeah, not too difficult of a seed until like a little bit of a scare for hovers.
Yep,
but,
you definitely get that scare of seeing Shadow and being like, uh-oh. Like, is it Castle? Is it back in GTG? A lot of things going through my mind, just like wondering where that one item that literally only locks light arrows is.
Oh right, Castle was an option. Although no, I did remember Castle was an option, but it was like 5 items, so
okay.
I didn't want to do it. But
I was like, oh right, Castle's an option. Just like, oh, don't even consider without strength 3. It's just like no light trial, no Castle.
I didn't have fire arrows or hovers either, obviously. So
yeah, it's Song of Time though.
Yeah, but for the second check.
Okay. The second check, yeah,
Shadow Trial.
I think Jay has shown us like both fire arrows and oh yeah, he didn't have fire boots for sure. Oh, Bot is a little ahead on this one, but we see Earl Weird finishing in 3rd place, 236.05. Well played to him too. Pretty much like, I think if I was gonna say anything about this restream is that like on the left, you pretty much did almost the exact same thing down to a T. So like you both like stayed child longer at the beginning. You both ended up following each other after a certain time into every item, and Earl was simply just like always a bit behind you.
Interesting. Makes sense though, considering his finish time.
Yeah.
The bomb bag in Kakuri was pretty divisive. I mean, it literally split you guys in half. So,
yeah, because there's no explosives in adult.
Would you consider doing it like an early adult like they did?
I was actually considering it after Lon Lon, but I kind of touched on this with Felix. But then you kind of orphan the child song in SFM, and if that's a really important song, you're kind of just screwed.
Hmm.
What was it in this seed again? I think it was Nocturne. Yeah, Nocturne.
Yeah.
I would say fairly important.
No, only fairly important. Only locked
yeah,
strength 2 and strength 3.
a lot of things really,
Yeah.
including lights.
That Deku path to Rova was actually fairly interesting for a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially when I didn't even get a key magic locked in Spirit.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because I think I forgot about it. I forgot if Spirit was magic locked or not. I know we'd seen it, but that makes the decision a lot easier of what to do with Dins.
That helped a lot.
Because if you know it's just not Dins locked, then you go to Shadow with it.
Yeah, I even did Shadow like as the first thing as I went back adult just to check. Even though it was only 2 checks. Well, it was mainly because it was only 2 checks, so it was going
so
super quick.
It's not a big commit. Just like
Yeah,
without Minuet, it's very hard to like walk all the way to Forest and just not justified at least doing like the first 2 checks of Shadow. Yeah, this seed was a rough one on Warp Songs at least.
Yeah, getting to Forest the second time after I'd already gotten the Minuet song felt bad. But
doing Forest on the first trip is like I think the only way you lost time in the seed, and like
it's like a smaller version.
I also did a little bit of extra child stuff, but I don't necessarily think that's terrible.
Yeah, if you got Bow and Strength in Child 1, I think that's what it was. Yeah, if you did Child Spirit, and if you got the Bow off Fight with Target in the Woods, you can
both.
2 big things.
It's kind of the same problem with the child adult split at the start here is not going for the bomb bag especially quickly. Getting punished by the bow being in child, of course the slingshot and cack. So it made it so no one was really truly behind unless they missed the mirror shield hints. So
or decided not to clear DC.
Yeah, or just not full clearing DC like Jay. So I don't know. What you thought it was a pretty good seed rock?
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. I had a very bad seed last night, so I'm glad this one wasn't as stupid.
It's the one you DM'd me about, like the first bow and falling ceiling chest.
I did roll a first bow and falling ceiling chest.
Yikes.
Actual legendary seed.
Oh, shout out to Gore team though. 4th place, 239.40. It's a cool time.
Well done, GG's. And as we see Martin heading up to Hammer Chest.
Oh no.
I think there was just nothing else in fire at all, so this just feels terrible.
Well, I guess we don't need a spoiler this seed.
No, we're really much not gonna need a spoiler.
No.
It's not much we don't know the locations of.
Alright, well I think I'm gonna go make myself some dinner. Thanks for having me on the restream, guys.
No problem.
Yeah, it was fun. GG's again on your 2nd place finish.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Peace.
Hey, Snacks, do you think we can get Earlweird in here? In the meantime, if we're waiting on Snacks, then he isn't responding. Whoops. I see. Meantime, we have Martin going to defeat Volvagia. Jay's continuing in Shadow because he still hasn't seen where that long shot unfortunately is. I think Jay I know Martin's not clean, but I think Jay's audio is.
Oh, there's a weird joining the Discord here, so it looks like he's coming on in.
And welcome into Earlweird. GG's. I think your mic is muted. Sounds like that didn't fix it, Earl. But there's Devin in 5th place, 242.14. GG's to them as well.
Strong finish here. Not too far off from first place here.
Especially in the seed where the route was gonna your route was gonna be
interesting.
Yeah.
To say the least. So possible metagaming too, I think definitely gets impacted by this seed's item locations as well.
And soon behind we got Zeno, 6th place.
Yep.
Well, where's Mario going now? Where's Martin going now? Sorry, not Mario.
It's easy to even mix them up. You know, they're on the same co-op team.
Same co-op team, same multi-role team. Very hard to mix them up. What was this, Devin? I have no idea. This was a very interesting seed. Oh, what is that? Big just in shadow. Type adult wallet. Nice.
GG's to Earl. Earl, are you there?
This was a don't skip DC and check Medigro on hint seed. Yep. Unfortunately, now they're both deep in stone. It'd be deep in stone shadow. At least for Martin right now, this is still required. Fortunately, I don't think he'll bail on light arrows.
Yeah, probably not. If you're Martin, yeah, I don't know what you think about the finish if you're Martin in this situation. Like, do you go deeper in shadow? Do you go water? Really? Is that hinted? In terms of like how people finish so much faster, so like after shadow, I don't know what happened there. I mean, he started on fire, so he's got nowhere else to go. But
yeah, the Medigron hint is pretty much what is holding back Martin at this point. Not seeing that hint is absolutely just it's just horrible, this seed.
Yeah, Devin in chat too. Yeah, it's Rock Chalk also didn't have hovers. Earl also didn't have hovers, I think, when getting the hint.
Yeah, but both found them pretty much immediately after getting the hint.
Yeah.
I think Earl cleared some of Castle and Rock Chalk just went straight.
Yeah. Didn't seem to really punch him too much though.
And we get to see our supporter lock players over here.
Yeah, unfortunately
going to clear the entire seed.
Martin and Jay, yeah. I mean, it's water's always gonna be near the bottom of everyone's prioritization list, right? Unless it's hinted logically, or otherwise available, like basically Sphere Zero, which would be like both hooks and Mitos or something crazy, like, you know.
I would honestly assume Martin, like, last location's water.
Yep. No, I would assume as much as well.
Pretty much as hard as Jay will last location DC. I think you go fire for 6 checks over, like, the back of DC for 2.
Right. I mean, the good thing for Jay here is he has Mirror Shields, so he's already been water, so it's not like he's missing something like that, which is a little bit more tricky, I would say.
I guess the real question is, like, do you want to metagame in any of their scenarios?
I mean, the finishes were so much faster than Jay, and Jay's not really stumbled that much, so I would think it'd be something really like simple like that, like DC, and it's really nice to get to.
Especially like I see a sub 230 and I don't like immediately think Stone Shadow. I think
I definitely think DC. Like that almost has to be the part of the equation if it's a jet seed. So it's not too much of a stretch to kind of make that play. And it's DC. I mean, what's not to love? It's got a billion checks, and you only need bomb bags, so...
Yep. It would be, like, reasonable to think someone would full clear DC, I think.
Yeah, I would think. But that's the problem with metagaming. I mean, it can lead you astray, but or lead you to the right place, but it can also lead you astray. So
yeah, because what different people think is reasonable is definitely all over
wildly
the place.
different depending on who you ask. Yeah. But if you're in this situation, you may as well. You know, what do you have to lose, really, right?
Yeah, I could see him like without Bolero. If you're heading over to the fire, I guess like you could just finish up DC along the way and try to be.
In these situations, too, why they're not forfeiting at this point, because that'd be a pretty reasonable play, other than being on the screen. But you know, it's good. This is good practice for calls for S5. Like, what is my worst case scenario? Like, what if I full clear the entire seed? How much am I behind on? Because then you can really use that to calculate. Okay, what should I have done differently? Why should I have done differently? Then you can really start to analyze your plays better that way.
Yeah, I see also Devin in chat laughing very hard at the claim check. Can assure you we had a fun time on comms as well. Just realized both strengths, like with Deku Pathurova, that Din's locking 2 strengths, not even 1. But both.
Pretty insane.
Yep.
Nice. Narcotic finishing 7th place. This is a player that's definitely made his name known through the Speed Games Live tournament. Made the practice for that. From what I've seen from his play, he's very solid. I think he's a bit new. You know, he's playing pretty well. 7th place.
7th place in weekly, 248.
Ooh, a friend of mine, the one and only Damp Bay skipper himself, Tiris, finishing in 8th place, 248.54.
The mic works in the test, but not in this channel. Interesting.
Probably channel specific, but I don't know why that would be the case.
Just Discord permissions sometimes. Yeah, seeing Tiris finish in top 10 even with an ice foolish, absolutely insane.
What? oh, Tiris. I thought you said Kira, so I was like, huh?
Like, what's the joke here?
Yeah, it's like, are you looking at the race room? Hands on my hips.
It can't be spoiling the chat.
Well, that's why I asked.
Alright, there's Jay on King Dodongo.
Alright. 251 thereabouts. Could have gotten this.
Could have gotten this probably 2 hours ago.
2 hours ago, yeah.
But that's the famous 2 hours ago rando.
Yeah. I mean, it's you make a play like that. That's aggressive. You know the risks behind it, so I wouldn't really feel too bad about it because it's a play that you know is inherently risky. But at least from my perspective, it is. Might not be as much from Jay's. Yeah, it's the real evaluation differences like that.
Yep, there's the bombs
in the big seeds. Yeah. Not too
happy and boss
yeah. Just save quit. No.
Yeah.
Oh.
One thing about boss rooms, if you'd be able to forwards in them, you could completely break the game.
Yeah, that would be pretty broken.
He's on VC, it's probably still faster to save.
Oh, he's on VC? Oh. Too close then.
I think I'd rather safe quit and watch the blue warp cutscene and walk back up trail.
Yeah.
But I don't play on PC either. I don't know how slower it is.
That's true.
Oh well, well played in general. First top 3 ever, nice.
It's super nice. Gotta feel good about that.
Yep.
It had pretty much the same route as Rock. Really, the only differences were just a couple things, like you did Ganon's before, going straight bow guy, and a couple other sequencing things in the mid game. But you essentially followed the same opener, and that's really the child's routing and clearing is really what led to a lot of the advantage, just based on the item placements.
Yeah, I still remember my first Suitor top 3 myself. It's still a very fond memory in my mind because I think I was 16 seconds behind second place, and that moment ended up getting clipped because both of us found I think both second and third place we found different strength 2s, which I found mine in Wasteland, and I think Phoenix Feather found his in Valley Hammer Rocks. So we just both went different directions, and he finished 16 seconds ahead of me. So that seed was pretty god-awful.
I finished 16 seconds ahead of you? Or
no, Phoenix Feather.
Oh, okay. It's like, when have I done that? You almost always beat me.
Yeah, that seed was pretty gross. I think it was a 50 Skulls first magic, Hammer and Shadow, and second magic on both.
Yeah, I still have my only win for weeklies. It's still gathering dust forever and ever.
Yep. I think I have 2 or 3 weekly wins now, but I still remember the most memorable one.
All of my top 3s and weeklies are all in the EU. NA is just too bad. NA's cursed for me. I don't get it. I think it's just the time of day difference because I'm playing at either 7, 6 a.m. or 4 p.m.
Yeah, the EU crowd is always most terrifying for me.
Oh, they're great to race against. You get better.
Yeah.
Not to say that they're all better than NA players. There's a lot of great NA players as well, including what the hell's happened. Man, that's a spicy player. Spicy player.
Yeah, what the hell is definitely someone where just how do I beat this guy? I have no idea how he plays.
Right. Definitely one of the better routers, I would say, just in the community as a whole. But it's hard to take that title, and there's so many racers now compared to a couple of years ago when he also was at the top of competition. So
yeah,
more time saves, more practicing gets in the way. You get older. I mean, things change.
Community is at a very high level now.
I mean, compared to season 1, yeah, it's not even remotely close. But the randos also changed a lot since then.
Yep.
So a lot of great improvements along the way. Good tournament organization in general too, I would say.
And from season 1, it was 16 players. Stone of Agony hints, 10 pose, a lot of things, and we're here now.
Can't get hints without Stone of Agony. Oh god.
Yep.
It's no cease and see, just do checks until you're done.
I think the only way you see Stone of Agony hints now is playing Random Settings League.
Well, even now we reduced it quite a bit. We were almost actually removed it entirely.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, we decided because it was 2 kind of camps for that specifically. We'd got a poll out there. You can see that in the Discord, but yeah, it was basically 50-50 on that one. So we decided to split the difference, and we just made the weights lower on it. But yeah, it's still there. it's still
there along with massive truth hits.
Oh yeah, yep. Well, then you have 2 outs, right?
Yep.
Hence.
You have 2 outs, but getting massive truth is more annoying in some seats than others.
One. Yeah, and only one matters too. You don't know which one.
Yep. But also, chest minigame. Let's go.
Ooh, okay, okay. He's had lens. I mean, this lens has been rotting away in Martin's inventory, so this makes a lot of sense.
Dude, I hate Jimbo.
Where the hovers are on Pogai.
Looks like a lot of people have forfeited this race after.
Oh, really?
Yep, we've got up to 10 forfeits now.
I'm not surprised at all by that. I was saying that earlier. Like, I think these guys are going to stay in it just because I know they're all planning on playing S5.
Yeah.
So they probably want that just comparison that you can use to even know how you would have done had you not, missed the hint or things like that. So it's still pretty useful.
But yeah, hovers on Big Post seems to have screwed over it, or a lot of people didn't want to continue playing after that. After seeing the Shadow Headlight arrows.
Yeah. Pretty awful hint if you don't have those hovers. There's so much open, so you just choose the wrong thing. There's no way the hero to lead you there, unfortunately. For the hovers placement, no hint either.
Playing tennis.
Mirror Shield definitely had that in its favor, yeah.
Yep. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Are we getting post 15? Are we getting post
14?
Oh!
15.
Wow.
16,
more than 20?
18.
Can
19.
you believe it?
And we got 20. We got 20. Alright, 21.
Insane!
We've got it. 22, 23. That's
it
insane. 23.
Woo. I wonder what the record for that is.
I believe it is like around 80 or 100.
Oh, yikes.
It can go very long, but also, oh my god, we've got a tie in 9th and 10th place. Oxyman and Bossage with a time of 2:58.21.
That's definitely a pog.
Very
good
tie.
players.
The millisecond snipe, the rare one. But you'll see a lot of those in qualifiers as well. When there are like 100 something players in the race.
150. Are we gonna hit 200 this season? That would
no
be
idea.
Insane.
That would be insane.
I don't know. Hopefully race time's okay and we don't have some S4 issues with that again. But,
oh yeah.
It was a little finicky at first.
Race time's not gonna be able to handle our shenanigans.
Maybe. If we're breaking websites with our rando activities, I mean, I mark that as a win. I don't care how inconvenient it is. It just means we've grown so much as a community, and, I can only be thankful for that.
Meanwhile, as Jay's on Ganon, Martin is farming up money to buy blue fire, it seems. Yep.
I guess he didn't get the King Zora hint either?
Or he didn't get the King Zora or the Mirror Shield hint.
So that is unfortunate.
Yep. I mean, he's folklore pretty much everything else, so it's just like, is it KZ, is it water?
You already see this, pile of bodies, right, of all these forfeiters, so you're kind of thinking to yourself, what is it? Like,
yeah, what is it?
Down
like
to
you
two
said,
things
220. Oh. Oxyman, I don't know what you were missing. It's kind of hard to tell that. But yeah. See what Jay gonna get 11th? Or I guess with a tie for 9th, this could technically be 10th, but it's gonna say 11th.
Oh, it'll be 11th.
Looks like 3:00:38.
Little bit above 3 hours, so a little bit rough, but he did complete it. And again, a lot of people that didn't complete this seed, so I think anybody that finishes it, hats off to them. Not to say that's, sometimes there is a good reason to forfeit. It's not, it doesn't really carry the stigma, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh god, it is hard to see like Martin that close to the hint. Like, just walk by the Medigron hint again, which could end this race if he actually knew it. Yeah, I feel like a lot of forfeits are due to missing the Mirror Shield hint, or just missing Pogai in general. But, welcome Jay.
to Jay.
Make one aggressive play.
Yep, you made one aggressive play. King Dodongo.
I'm gonna guess I'm the only one with a go mode long shot.
Yep.
On restream, yeah.
On restream, yeah.
I mean, it just sucks because it cost me top 5 at least, if not beating Rock Chalk.
Yeah, Rock Under Weird had go mode hovers. Martin's gonna have go mode Mirror Shield because he never saw the hint.
What hint?
Mirror Shield and Central Pillar. That was hinted.
I didn't get that hint.
Medigoron.
I just full cleared it because I was looking for a long shot.
Yeah, honestly, that makes sense. Even if, like, you know the BK's in river, you still full clear it.
Yeah.
So at that point, like, when do you go back to the back of DC for 2 checks?
Well, and you should also know that it has to be in water because it needs to be either those strength 2s or WAF. So.
I mean, we knew Dins was way the hero to reach like at least 1 strength.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, but full clear GTG, full clear Shadow.
Yep. Okay, Martin's also full cleared Fire, so we've seen that too.
So you've seen everything.
Yeah, we've seen pretty much everything. I think, like.
I mean, all I didn't do was chickens and fire, so.
Yeah, I think Martin only has like chickens and water left.
So would you have preferred that ending to the seed for you, Jay, or would you rather have go find hovers because you just got the shadow as lights in?
I would have walked out of Ganon's. I probably would have reset and done big pose and checked tech tight.
Okay, yeah.
Because I assume I wouldn't have done tech tight if I hadn't done big pose. So.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think
you
everyone
to get the boulder.
I think everyone pretty much in this race is probably going to do GTG at some point. It's just such a flashing sign. You have pretty much all the items except the strength and shadow.
Well, the way I routed it, if I just full clear DC that first time, when I go over to GTG, I find irons, and I'm just gonna fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That's what you saw out of Earl and Rock. So.
And then you just don't touch GTG, and then you go into water, you find Mirror Shield, and it's over essentially. I mean, I would have had to get a light arrow hint, but I would have had hovers, so wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, Restream has seen pretty much everything, if chat is wondering.
Yeah, I want to know what a check has? Well, you've come to the right place.
I think the only checks we haven't seen are Fountain.
Oh yeah, I didn't do those, I guess, but why the hell would I be out there?
Going to Fountain with an Ice Baron is just ass.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen chickens. We haven't seen chickens.
King Zora's hinted dead. You've already done the Fountain as child, so like...
Yep. Going back for Glacier, like, the Glacier and Icy Waters is just, ugh, why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. I mean, you have to take some risks sometimes, but...
Yeah, it's just unfortunate it wasn't hinted, it was a stone. It seemed pretty reasonable to bail, but also to stay. Like, we were talking about it, but it was, I think, just too efficient to leave there, but, it could have easily been dead too, so...
I'm trying to win my first week. Like, I have to play somewhat aggressive.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely what it would look like you were doing. I mean,
I probably don't do that in a qual.
Yeah, in a qualifier, I think bailing on PC there is quite insane.
Yeah, I probably don't do it in a qual, which would have saved my life. But whatever.
I mean, it could have been equally as likely though that it didn't have anything, and so skipping it was actually the optimal play too. Like, you could have saved time there. So I think it's hard to say whether or not it's like truly correct or not, but I think depending on the setting, definitely like ranges how you play a seed for sure. Like 1v1s, this is quals, this is weekly. Like, I think it changes, but it's different for everyone. If you're trying to win it versus just doing well in it, yeah.
I've done well enough times. I want to win one of them.
Yeah.
And like, pretty much after full clearing the entire game, Martin's finally going back to water.
Oh no. Has he? So I'm guessing he has the boss key.
Yep, he's beaten water. Just
he doesn't have the mirror shields, hence so
he didn't find the hit.
He didn't. Without being in go mode, he just wanted to just get out of water. That's interesting.
Yep.
I think I
pretty much committed to applicationing it.
I think I full cleared even without that hint, just because you're there.
Yeah, it's not. Again, it comes down to how risky you want to play and how thorough you want to be and where you want to be thorough. I think makes a huge difference too.
Yeah. The only check Martin didn't do was Central Pillar. Oh no.
Was there a super big reason you want Adult start like Martin?
Adult's just a lot more efficient with closed Deku. Because a lot of times you can end up pulling up the Kokiri sword before ever going child.
Right.
Okay. I haven't found that myself playing Season 5 seeds. Like,
I
I found
have.
that pretty much always the Kukusha is somewhere really stupid.
I've always found it pretty early in all of them. Obviously, that's not going to be the case every time.
Mm-hmm.
But like going to Kokiri as child feels really bad with closed Deku. So it just, I don't know. I've tended to.
It can only feel too bad. It depends on where you are on the map, your spawn, all that. So this one wasn't too bad starting in Taunt. I mean, you could have gone there after Lon because Valley was foolish. I was also at Taunt. So I think it was pretty safe to do it, but also I totally get the reason not to. I think it's you could have gotten way ahead, like if CAC had anything whatsoever, you know.
Yeah,
and
CAC generally gets you like an item to do, like to get out of Goron City. So go up to Goron City, go through Lost Woods, get the song.
Yep, like it's not of the times you do early adult. Like it can lead to a lot of great things, but you also don't want to get too sidetracked as well. Like it can easily like I'll do TTG too because I can string that along and kind of like get ahead of yourself. So there's two sides to all the decisions really, Rando. You know,
yeah, no, for sure. And I try to limit, even if there's a lot more to do as adult, to get child at some point before doing too much. Like if I can do force or something, I'll do it. But at a certain point, you do have to get the songs.
Yep.
Which the songs are good, at least. And that slingshot I pulled out of CAC got me strength earlier than maybe some people. So.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Well, like you and Martin got the slingshot early, got the strength on target, of course, while like Rock and Earl were child and all couldn't get on their first trip.
Strength was in Child Spirit on the climb, but
right, not strength, bow.
Yeah.
I confused the two.
Oh, there's Martin's forfeit.
I'm guessing according to the restream, he very much just saw the mirror shield and
it was done.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's understandable. You full clear the seed.
Yep, he did literally everything. I don't know if he did chickens, but at this point I would assume he did. I mean,
yeah.
Full clear is always very based on which player it is, but he's definitely good enough that around a sub 3 hours, not inherently out of the question. Depends on what like foolish hints and stuff you get to, but
no, and then I
wasn't
close. I blew the sub 3 by not being close enough to Ganon to crouch down.
Wait, the second hint was Lake. The second hint for the mirror shield was Lake by the lab. Oh my god!
You never came from Valley.
That's still terrible.
I mean, I thought about it, but I was on my way like into water. I never wanted. I'm just like, it's just a sometime. I'm just missing it sometimes. Whatever.
This seed absolutely knows. Jeez.
I think Valley Lake just got so much better with closed Deku too, though. Like I can see just still going for it just for the information gain. Like it's still huge.
I don't know if I'd go Valley Lake for 2 hits.
If you're gonna
do a lot of time too that you're sacrificing, so there's definitely a risk behind that. But I mean, if you're making risky plays, like that's one that you could make.
If you're doing Valley Lake just for information, you got to do Back a Lake too.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing a child start here, I would do that after. I would just do that according to the route, right, from S4, where you just do the same thing every time for the most part. So you go to Lon, go to Valley, go to Lake, go to Open Grotto, go to Deku. You just can't enter it. Whatever, get the song. It's still sticking to that strategy. I think it's still extremely strong in S5. So it'd be interesting to see if that's just going to be the prevailing strategy going forward, or if there's a lot more give to the settings with the goal hints.
Yeah, for me, it really depends if like Valley Lake is hinted foolish. If either of them are hinted foolish, I'm not doing that at all. I'm just gonna go straight Kokiri.
And a lot of it depends on where you start and what you've picked up before you got to that point where you're making that decision too.
Right. Yeah. Do you know if Martin's gonna come in for interview?
No idea.
I'd assume not.
No one asked, so I'll ask him quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume no, but he said sure, so he'll be here.
All right.
I'll be able to wrap things up.
It's still pretty quick finished, things considered here. So I'll be able to play an RSL seed now before I go to bed. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Does anyone have the Discord link for the main Discord?
Why the main Discord?
Because Martin doesn't have it.
We're on CSR though.
That's what I meant. The ZSR main Discord. But
I don't have the link now.
Jimbo got it.
Okay. I'm not used to this being referred to as the main Discord.
I mean, more or less.
The main ZSR Discord, I mean.
There's 2 main Discords, okay?
There can't be 2 main Discords. That's not how this works.
Dual Discords.
Dual. Oh, welcome in, Martin.
Yo, hey.
Hey, GG's Martin. Kind of a rough seed for you. Full cleared.
Yeah, pretty much full clear. That was the one to last check. I had chickens left.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, I don't think Martin actually did chickens.
No, I was planning to forfeit on chickens.
That's fair. That's fair. What did you think of the seed? Before that, the last locationing happened.
It was fine. Before that, it was fine. Everything else was fine. The hints were fine. When I got fire arrows, I figured it was gonna be shadow, but I still went with my current line and did everything else.
Yeah. If you're speaking of hints, by the way, that we ended up finding the hint for the mirror shield very early, which is why probably a lot of people finished in like 2.5 hours.
Oh, there's a hint for the mirror shield?
Yeah, Medigron had a central pillar hint.
Oh.
And yeah.
It was also by Lake Lab.
Yep.
Wow.
The valley was closed. No one checked it, apparently. So that's just how it goes sometimes.
All right, you took a different risk than me. I skipped the back of DC, so I full cleared looking for long shot.
Oh wow.
I was wondering if when you were going to get the long shot too. It was,
I
how
figured
many times
out.
did you walk by it? 2, 3?
I mean, at a certain point, you just have to kind of go with your gamble. So
I know.
I was close. I was close. That was the closest I was going to be after I full cleared Shadow. So I figured that's the best time to go back for it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I would have done the same thing if I was making that play.
I was even feeling bad that I full clear fire before Shadow. I said, why do I even meta game? It's gonna be Shadow. There's nothing in Shadow.
There's strength 3 in Shadow, technically.
Yeah, technically. But
there's your logical way to get the central pillar in Shadow.
Oh, was Sword Tunic in there, or the second? Oh, the second wallet was.
Second wallet was in there.
Wallet, yeah.
Never even saw Zora Tunic.
It's gotta be Ganon's, probably.
It's Ganon's, or it's like...
Well, yeah.
I noticed you went early adult this seed. I know you like early adult, but was there a reason you did it in this seed?
Me? Kokiri Forest is not as good as before without Deku. And you can get the sword in adult kayak.
Okay.
So just wanted to do a bunch of checks before I went Forest. Which
Yeah,
ended up being pretty good with that bow where it was.
Yeah, the slingshot really bails you out, the seed. If the slingshot wasn't in CAC or something, somewhere like Child, it would have been a little bit worse. But you were pretty prepared for Lost Woods. I mean, you only went there once, so...
even Sarias.
Yeah, for sure.
That was pretty good.
And you getting Sari as a doll also ran you into that Kokiri sword early as well.
Yep.
Now, I have to ask, what do you guys think about the S5 settings that we're playing on? How do you feel about S5 in general?
I really like them. I think they are an improvement on everything else that we had.
I'm a little biased here considering I helped choose them.
Well, I don't want to have Felix ask you the question because then it's just a super loaded question. So at least I'm asking.
Yeah.
I definitely think that it's an improvement for sure. I like the goal hints. I think there's a lot more to be seen with them and how they play out, because sometimes they're pretty terrible and sometimes they're actually pretty strong.
Sometimes they're like this, where it's just like almost giving you everything.
Yeah.
It seemed pretty linear if you just
This was difficult. Like, the ins is not straightforward for Spirit.
Yeah, I actually, since I went into Child Spirit with the Explosive, thought about going back to see if there's any fire-locked keys and decided against it.
I think we asked Rockchuck, who he went to Child Spirit with Explosives first, and saw that there's simply just no keys on map in Sunroom and said, okay, it's for Shadow, and went in.
Yeah, so pretty much no hesitation there,
Yeah. I just waited too long until Homer, but
yeah.
had the
because
hover really early.
I got them pretty late.
When the seed just hands you Requiem like this, though, like it's understandable why you would skip over pose too. Like it's not, if you're always just going to reverse after Spirit of the Seed by checking it once you get the Strength 2 from Shadow, like it's pretty much a straight line. But I could totally see either decision there.
I was going to reverse until I got the Wasteland Foolish hint, or the Wasteland Dead hint, and then I said, okay, I better go forward because it's 2 checks compared to 1 on the way.
Yeah, I just don't like getting out of Temple of Time.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for S5 myself. Really like the goal hints carried over from RSL. A little bit stronger there, but I don't know. I think they're really good on 6 med bridge, so it'd be cool to see them going forward.
They lead to some logical disasters too, and a lot of thinking.
Oh yeah, those are the sweet ones.
The logical disasters are the fun seeds.
Oh yeah, let's go anti-jets. I think I'm out of questions though for myself.
Yeah. And I should probably eat dinner. So
Yeah, same.
I mean, same here.
Right.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I've got to finish this brownie.
Yeah. the lava.
The lava microwave, the microwave brownie. Yep.
Yeah.
did your sister bring it to you?
Yes. Then I microwaved it, so I brought it back upstairs.
Anyways, GG's Martin, and
Yeah,
thanks
GG's.
to all the volunteers for putting this on, as always.
Yeah, GG guys.
Sounds like we're ready to go.
Sure.
Cool. So yeah, as everyone was saying, GG's to all the runners. Thank you to both Emo and Felix for calming with this phase. On the ZSR front, nothing else tonight. However, we have a pretty packed schedule tomorrow, starting off early with the EU Weekly for OOTR, so make sure to come check that out. Let's figure out a raid. Who's still going in the seed? Looks like Kitsune is still going. Alright, we'll raid them.
Sounds good.
Alright, cool. But yeah, GG's to all the runners. Thanks for all the restreamers. Thank you everybody for watching. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.
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 Yo, peace.
All right.
Alright.
Cool. Good job, guys. It was a fun one.